past the creaky metal gates, through the fog-enveloped graveyard, you find yourself on the rickety old porch of a long-forgotten home. Beyond the threshold sits a man obsessed, a tortured soul, cursed to discover all about the Southern California haunt community and beyond. You have now entered the domain of the Creepcast with Rick Creeper. You're listening to the Creepcast.
Alrighty, guys, we're back at it. This is Rick Creeper, the host of the Creepcast podcast. I almost fucked that up like I always do. Jesus. Anyways, we're back at it, episode 21 with veteran slider ArtDracula from Knott's Scary Farm. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for coming on. Even when we've been talking for the last 45 minutes off mic, you know.
Yeah, I hope I have some voice left over for the actual recording process.
I know you told me your entire life story as well as I did. It's like, you know.
Well, I started back in
so back when
90s.
I was in the 90s, and how long were you at Scary Farm?
I was there. I want to say, 10 years, I think. So a decade.
So you're for there. That's a long time. Jesus,
that's a very long time, man. You're making me feel old, dude.
Well, dude, I'm probably old
on this podcast.
I'm older than you, dude. So don't feel so bad, you know.
And I want to call out the fact that it's the 21st, so this is the first legal podcast that you've done, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Cool. Well, thank you. Well, first of all, thank you for coming 21. On. So yeah, ArtDracula, veteran slider from Knott's Scary Farm for over a decade. You have a YouTube channel. You have a podcast. I have a new title for you. Emo hairstylist. I love the hair, dude. It's like it's amazing.
Thanks,
you know.
Thanks, man. It helps me not to have to spend on a haircut every other week.
I'm always high and tight, fucking beard, and I have to go to the barber like every 3 weeks. I'm like, geez, it's like. So yeah, thanks for coming on, man. I'm excited to have you on and just talk about your history and just for those that don't know, you worked at Knott's Scary Farm for a long time. It's here in Southern California, local haunt and theme park as well. We have some listeners out of state and out of the area. So for those that don't know, who in the hell is ArtDracula, the haunter slider? Tell us who you are.
So in terms of ArtDracula, I mean, the easiest way would be to go on YouTube and search ArtDracula. That would probably be the easiest way to explain it. But basically, to put, I guess, easy would be just he's basically a dog / human / like just I don't want to say kid at heart. He's just a smart ass, I guess. I don't know. You tell me, who is ArtDracula?
I don't know, dude.
I honestly don't know, man.
I look at your character. I'm like, what the hell is that stupid mask? And like you got like the long sleeve shirt that's like distressed, and I'm just like, I don't get it.
Oh my!
And I'm trying to understand what the character is in the mask. We're gonna get into that. So he's just like this character who's like kind of like a dog, but then he's not. Then he's like a kid at heart with the one-liners and just amazing slider, by the way.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
So what year did you start at Scary Farm?
So I want to say I started in 2009 was my first year.
Okay.
That's the first year that I was there. And 2009, I auditioned, got Streets my first year. And
nice.
Yeah, went on from there, and I worked there another 9 years from then.
What made you interested in working in a haunt?
I went as a kid. I want to say I went probably in like 2002, 2001. Probably before that, to be honest with you. But I remember walking in and just not knowing what to expect. Okay. I made a right at Main Gate into the Camp Snoopy area. Never been so scared in my life, man. Like I walked through there, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Because that area back then, I feel like there was more trees and the fog was actually staying within that area. So it was like super foggy. I don't know if it was the Gauntlet or it may have been the one before that one, but walked in, terrified for the first hour and a half, went through mazes, got harassed by some monsters that were just big mouths talking crap. And after that, it became fun. So then I became a super fanatic when it came to Scary Farm.
Okay.
Back then, they didn't have, obviously Facebook or MySpace or any of that stuff that's going to get you within the community. Right. So I found like some forums of like these super fans, and it grew from there, man. I seen people slide. I was like, this is really cool. I want to try it. And I want to say, I was probably in 6th grade when I finally tried to figure out, and it was a total fail, how to create sliding gear. Because it was like was like an ancient family secret that it was back then, right? Like
Right.
if you don't work it, you don't know how to make it. Like you do not deserve to know how to make it. So I'm asking. There were some monsters that were there at the time. Within the forums, I would ask them. They just wouldn't give me straight answers. And eventually I found out. And I do want to mention that I made my first slider gloves by gluing some pennies on my hands.
Serious?
You would think I would get like quarters that are a little bit thicker, but no, I had pennies.
Then
I was sliding with copper.
And then you threw them in the fountain once you were done. Yeah.
Yeah. I used them for food. I was broke. I was like, it's either survival or sliding. I think I need to eat. Let me tear apart my gloves.
So you glued pennies to your at the time slider gloves or clacker gloves.
Yeah. It was terrible, man. It was bad. I had some Home Depot knee pads, and yeah, it was bad. But like I mentioned, back then, people they didn't want to give those secrets out, so I had no idea how to even start. And eventually, I found out, and here I am.
It's crazy. Like back in the day, like in the 80s and 90s, dudes were like using like volleyball knee pads, or like they would take like tin cans, like Campbell soup tin cans, and just like do baseball slides. I'm like head first. And it's like
that's scary, man. I freaking cut myself with a sharp can. Like I don't know.
They're all, oh my god, the blood looks lifelike. He's dead. It's like this the real death slider there.
Damn, look at that makeup. That's amazing.
Oh my god, he slit his wrist by accident. It's like, wow, this is creepy. Imagine.
That Campbell soup shirt knows how to scare, man. That's an amazing scare tactic.
He's all. I didn't notice those white knee pads that he's wearing. What? Oh my god, dude. What piqued your interest with the sliders? Like, did you gravitate more to like the scares, just like, and then, cause to me it's two different worlds. This is just my opinion. You have your haunters, / scare actors, depending how you want to categorize yourself, and you got your sliders, which is a totally different world that I can't relate to, because if I slide, I'm never going to get up ever again. So, what piqued your interest with the sliding?
I remember just that first time that I went. I obviously went through. I was terrified, and by the time I can actually see what was around me, I remember being in Ghost Town, and there was like some dude, and I don't know who it is or who it is at this point, but he was dressed like an ape, and I remember sitting down because I was like, I was sitting down, just kind of just taking everything in, and he just ran up towards me and just slid in front of me, and basically just got up and then walked back, right? And then I'm like, what the hell? What was that? Right? So I'm sitting there, and then I realized. Because back then there was a lot of like the sliders. It's completely different than it is now. Yeah. It was more, everyone was like aligned in porch, and they would slide parallel to the to the guests. So stood there. He kept doing it back and forth, and then more monsters joined in. And I was like, dude, that's freaking epic. Like I need to figure out what that is. So then went home, searched it, couldn't find it. Probably lost interest in it right after that, right? But then I remember the next year when it came around Halloween time, that's when I was finding like these forums and these things, and then. Back then they had like AVIs, right? Like these, the video formats that it'll take 4 hours to download from dial-up internet. But I would download videos, and there was this guy that would record haunt frequently with like night vision cameras and things like that. Okay. Really shitty quality, to be honest with you. Can I curse on here?
Yeah, dude, go ahead.
All right. Really shitty quality, but it was probably filmed like on a taped camera. But you got an idea of what they were doing. So yeah, basically. Got into it, and I'm like, I need to figure that out. And I'm going on there messaging everyone, hey, how do what's sliding? How do you make it? What's on their shoes? And again, people were like, no, it's an ancient family secret for this. You will not know until you're 18 and you decide to work, or by the time you get streets. And eventually, that really piqued my interest. So I wish I knew who it was, but I remember just sitting there, dude slid up towards me, and I was like, whoa, that was cool.
How old were you when you experienced this sliding ape coming up to you?
I want to say I was probably like either 9 or 10.
Holy shit, that was a long time ago.
It was a very long time ago, man.
Okay.
Very long time ago. That's why I mentioned AVIs, right? Because like back then we had dial-up AVIs, and just you were hoping you were downloading what they told you were downloading.
I remember the dial-up noise from AOL, and like if you wanted to watch a video, it took like it's gonna record for like 4 hours, and you're like, shit, I just downloaded the wrong video. Like,
or if your big brother pisses you off, he's on the internet, you pick the phone up.
Picks the phone up, you're like, hey, I was downloading that.
3 hours, damn it.
Oh my god, this sounds so like archaic. Jeez. It seems very demanding or rough on the body. I mean, I'm assuming over the years, just like anything that's physically demanding, like sports or whatever. I played sports my entire life, and I did a little jiu-jitsu. I wasn't planning on fighting, but I got banged up after a while. Like I still hurt today, but it seems pretty demanding. Can you say just how much of that actually is true? It's just were you like prepping the night before? Were you stretching, or just were you warming up? I know you guys have to qualify, but how much you feel like it was pretty? How much of it did you have to prep in advance? Like let's say every night, and was it very demanding, like throughout the season or even off season?
So funny story. I'll be honest. So when I first worked the event, right, my very first year, and I told this on my podcast, but I'll just quickly mention it. Back at that time, 2009, and before that was even a lot more stricter. But a lot of the times, you quote unquote had to work 5 years in a maze in order to qualify for streets. When you were on streets, you still had to work another year on streets to qualify to even take the test to slide. Okay. So you're talking 7 years back then that you would have to quote unquote wait for if you're just auditioning and you really don't know the right people. I would say 7 years to do that, right? So I remember being 14, 13, and I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm gonna work at 18. I'm never gonna slide. I don't think I'll work through 7 years. And at the time, that seems like a very long time. You being older now, I'm older now too. It's really not, man. Time just flies. Right. So that's like the biggest thing, right? But that was the biggest discouragement for me. So when I first auditioned to go, which is a completely different story, but I'll say this on here. I've never told it before. I remember waiting the entire time from when I was 10 on, just geeking out. I'm gonna turn 18 and I'm gonna work Scary Farm. I'm gonna turn 18. The second I'm 18, I'm gonna work Scary Farm. And 18 came and I just didn't. I don't know why. Just didn't happen, right? And back then, it's not like Facebook and Instagram now where like they're like, please come work with us, everybody. Tag your friends, come audition, work for us.
Right.
It was the freaking another ancient family secret on how to even audition.
How dare
when
you.
The day was, how to show up, what to bring. None of that was in the open, right? Back then, you had to camp out overnight.
I heard that.
Legitimately overnight. There's actually a video. One of my buddies, and he passed away. He used to do videos for Not Scary Farm. Great guy. His name's Daryl. He was Haystack. He was also a monster. And I want to say his YouTube channel, if you search Monster Space TV, he recorded that very first year that I worked. The lines, so you can kind of tell how long these lines were and things like that, right? So long story short, I wasn't even going to work when I was 19. So in 2009, I didn't even consider it. I didn't bring up. I just don't know why. I was really into music and playing shows, so it just didn't. I didn't get that nostalgia at that time.
Okay.
And I was working at Starbucks at the time, and I'm driving. This was around July, and I'm driving, and I get in a car accident. Whole car's wrecked.
Holy
and I'm
shit.
like, damn. And I was going to Starbucks, and freaking. It's a different story. Call my manager. Hey, I got in a bad accident. My car's not running. Like, yeah, how long till you get here? I'm like, really?
You're like, oh, dude, I busted my leg.
Yeah,
he's all, oh,
I'm dying over here. Like,
we need you to make those frappuccinos. You need to hurry up, dude.
I was so dumb to where like I got my car towed. I took it to the tow yard, and then I took the bus to work anyway. I don't know why I was that stupid. Nowadays, it's like, are you kidding me? But yeah, that ended up happening. So then I'm at home, and quick tangent too. I just want to kind of flex it out, flex. I worked at the time, and I used to give rides to I don't know if you know Tyler the Creator is the rapper. He's a big time rapper. Yeah, if they were listening, but I used to work with him at Starbucks. Okay. We would close shifts all the time. He won a Grammy or two or whatever. Like, he's a pretty big thing. But I remember at that time, what was funny is that I used to take him home. I would drive him home all the time because of that. But after that car accident, it just didn't happen. But the reason I'm bringing that up is that same year, he was lit. And again, Tyler the Creator, just look him up. I'm sure everyone knows who he is. He was literally, I'm talking 95% in on working Haunt with me when I was going to go audition. He was going to come with me, right? And what ended up happening, the manager didn't let him have the day off, whatever. But long story short, I'm at home. I'm like, dude, like, I have no car, I can't do anything. New thing comes out saying, Not Scary Farm are looking for monsters on this day. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, and then the nostalgia, when you get nostalgic, you're like, oh man, like, you just get back into like that passion mode.
Yeah.
That ended up happening. Called my friend. I'm like, dude, we have to go. And again, I have no car at all. So I take the bus there. I'm looking on forums. It's saying you need to line up there like at 8 p.m. the night before.
That's fucking crazy.
I'm talking about the night before. So, okay, we show up. We're probably like third in line. So we're in line. and we're there from probably 4 p.m. the next night all the way to about 8:30 a.m. the following day, right? Just literally to put your name down on the list to wait the entire day again.
Knott was cool with this? Like, this is how they operated? I'm like...
Dude, we were like a bunch of homeless people.
The tent city right there off Beach Boulevard. It's like, what? Damn, look at all that homeless.
Dude, it was bad. I mean, we had some at the time, like the security guards afterwards, because it became such a big thing. They had to kick people off, and they eventually did like the online reservations and things like that. But yeah, we basically ended up staying there from 4 p.m. 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. happened. They're all right, everybody line up and, you know, put your name down on the list and this and that. But brings back to what I was originally saying. I went off on a tangent, so I apologize for that.
No, you're good. You're good.
We ended up again, the 7-year thing, right? I'm like, I really want to slide, but it's taking me fucking 7 years. Like, what the hell? So then
that's crazy.
There was a rumor they're saying, hey, this is the first year you can audition specifically for Street Zone. So I was like, dude, yeah, I'll do that. Like, hell yeah, I'm down. So ended up auditioning, and that's on our podcast too. But yeah, people weren't very fond of you getting Streets your very first year. It's normal now. Now it's kind of like, cool, you got it, right? Back then, wasn't too normal. So I ended up, talking to them. They're like, don't do it. I'm like, well, why not? I mean, I can try. So I ended up doing it. I got Streets. And then that very first year, I basically just slid anyway, to be honest with you. So I didn't have to wait 7 years. The cool thing was that
7-8 years you get your doctorate. And it's like, geez, it's like
even if I didn't have to wait, it would have been the very next year I could slide, because it's a 1-year rule when you're on Street. So that was just in itself very, that was exciting, because I was going in thinking, fuck, I have to work 5 years, man. I'm not gonna make it to Streets. And sure enough, they're like, hey, yeah, first year we're doing Streets. And what didn't help, man, and I don't think people know this, but I have video of this. Literally, as I walk in to audition for my first Street position, like 3 news stations walk in with me and record me, interview me, do all that stuff to see the process. And I was like on 7 news casts, and I have them all recorded, which is funny. But yeah, they interviewed me at a very first one, so that didn't help that I was already somewhat nervous, right? And yeah, over here I'm gonna have all of Southern California like, what a fucking idiot! Like, you're acting that stupid to, why?
Bro, look at this buffoon. At the time, did you have the long hair back then?
I did, yeah. That was I had the long hair.
Bro, look at this dude. He looks like he should be playing like in a Ramones tribute band at the Santa Fe Spring Swami, like on a Friday night. I was
hoping that we're gonna have like a punk stream, a punk area.
It's like, we have the Spanish rock area over here. It's like, in Fiesta Village. It's just like the inside joke.
Yeah, but the question you had with sliding and the physicality of it and stuff like that, for me, it's different for everyone, man, right? Not everyone has the ability to be as athletic naturally, right? Or some people are heavier on their foot, some people are heavier to land, some people use different techniques to slide.
Okay,
I found out what works for me is just agility, right? You'll see my videos, again on YouTube. I'm very quick. What that allows for me, being very fast, is that there's not much friction when I'm sliding, right? I'm not really slamming down hard, and my joints aren't, being really beat up. For me, the only injury that I've gotten from the, 9-10 years that I've worked sliding is probably every now and then my left ankle hurts. Okay. And I'm sure it's because when I slide, it's just the way that I slide. And yeah, it's just, but it's not like a drastic injury. But biggest thing is just be in shape year round and know your strategy on when you're going to slide, right? Some people, they decide to slide on very rough concrete. That's not going to work out at the end very well. So just being smart with your choices. And I think as I developed, I was smarter with what was worth sliding for, as opposed to just kind of sliding everywhere.
I noticed you kind of like pop up on your feet right away. You had this signature kind of spin, and then you popped up on your feet right. I'm like, damn, that dude's got some hops. I was like, okay, you're very agile, light on your feet. And I see some dudes like they take like some baseball slides head first and they don't get up right away. I'm like, damn, that would have been me. I would have broke the pavement in Knott's, and they would like, hey, you actually owe us money. It's like, and what's funny is, they're, hey, you actually are in the negative. We're not going to pay you this year. I'm like, why? Well, we have to repave a boardwalk. I don't know.
Yep. You're gonna have to work the next 3 seasons for free.
You owe us. You're gonna work for free. It's just, what's funny was we were at Knott's Berry Farm yesterday. I took my mom there. She hasn't been there since, God, 30 years. So we went there and we're walking through Ghost Town, and it's me and my cousin Michael from 1870 Hot Manor. And I'm like, dude, these people, they're sliding on this. It was rough. I'm like, dude, this is rough right here. How in the hell are they sliding? And there was some dips on uneven pavement. I'm like, I could barely walk through here during haunt when it's foggy as hell, not bump into people. How are these sliders? Not only the haunters, just with their scares, but the slide. How are the sliders ripping through this area? They have to probably know the area like at the back of their hand.
Yeah, you definitely do. Yeah, you learn the area. You know, like for example, let's say in Fog Alley, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, when you walk through Fog Alley, you learned, or you would learn through the process. I'm not gonna walk straight. You know, if you're walking on the concrete area,
yeah,
I'm not gonna walk straight and then go in for a slide because I'm gonna eat pavement and I'm gonna smash my face on the floor. Like there's just no way in hell I can do that. So the way around that, the way you would slide is on the porches. There's like some slat of wood, right? The idea is that gives you, dude, that stuff's like butter, man. So if you guys are ever gonna slide there, like, be careful, because I've seen people eat mad shit on there. So if you start from there, that's almost like a launching pad.
Okay.
And then you have enough speed to where you could slide on that cement, but just from you personally taking that step forward and going in for it, it's not going to work out in a lot of those places. But you find those workarounds that, hey, from this corner, if I start here, I'll have enough to slide there. So it's little tricks like that you learn.
Okay.
And I think a lot of the people that do get injured, I think they don't take the time to learn those specific areas, to be honest with you. Because yeah, it's if you slide there, it's rough. But yeah, a lot of the rough places too, for example, like when they had Gypsy Camp open, or just other places, like if you see things with like pebbles on the floor, like it's very rough but it's pebbly, that means that less of your knee pad is going to actually touch like plain, like straight concrete.
Okay.
Which means your whole weight's not on the floor, which also means you're going to slide a lot faster, right? So you learn how to read the different types of concrete.
I had no idea. Wow.
Yeah, because if you go to, for example, what's a good place? So let's say Gypsy Camp, for example.
Okay.
Right? It's like black cement. It's the, the whatever they make it from. Looks shitty. Best place to slide. You go to Silver Bullet area. It's like the smoothest floor. It's like Costco floor down there, right?
You guys go for like, you figure you go like 10 miles that way, but no.
Yeah. Shitty place to slide.
Really?
So it's like you would think the opposite, but it's just it's give and take though. Like I mentioned, it's just kind of, it's learning, and I think that's the biggest thing to keep you from getting injured. It's just learning where is worth sliding. So
definitely preparing in advance, kind of knowing your environment, knowing your limitations, like hot spots to hit, other places not to. Dude,
it's almost being like a kid, right? It's like when a kid is like learning things and it's like, don't do that, you're gonna hurt yourself. Right. All right, dumbass, go do it. All right, now you learn. That kid's not gonna do it anymore. So.
I can't even walk through there during haunt without tripping over like almost the fog boxes. I'm like, shit. And I'm like, I can't even see, dude. I'm like, how are these guys working here? And here comes whoever. One time I'm walking through and there's some of the signature characters or like whoever. I'm like, I do his costume, this dude's tight, whatever. And I'm walking through and I'm with, who was I with? I think with Michael. I'm like, damn, where's Otis at? He pops out, big dude pops out of nowhere. He's like, I'm right here. I'm like, how in the fuck did he hear me? I thought he jumped out of like one of the planners. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, these dudes, they know the area. They have it down pat. The sliders, everyone. I was just like, I can't even walk through without tripping over my own feet and just like getting lost in the fog. And it's just,
No, yeah, you know where the fog machines are. Kind of like, honestly, like you can walk with your eyes closed for the most part, right? Because like it's just repetitive. You're in that area 8 hours a day or a night rather, and after doing it years after years, you just kind of know those things, right? I do know one year they changed the location of a fog machine, right? And I didn't know there was a new fog machine there, so I'm standing there just chilling, waiting for people to come through. It was like not a busy day, so I'm standing there, the fog machine starts and it just burns the hell out of my shin, because that stuff's hot, dude. If you ever want to get burned, go to a fog machine, just stand in front of it. It'll get burnt pretty bad. But yeah, that after that day, I realized, all right, they moved this. All right, check, I got it. not happening again.
I learned the hard way. It's just, I couldn't even walk through there yesterday during the day, broad daylight, without tripping over my own feet, and just almost like busting my ass. It's just hilarious. It's just. So you started off as a slider. You didn't have to go into a maze right away. You boom, streets right away. Yeah,
directly straight to streets, and I have like really bad, like, and nothing to people who work mazes. I think that's amazing, right? You get it. I think with mazes, you get way more into like the character and just kind of like the environment. But for me, I'm, and and you'll see it in my character. I'm very like random, and it's like my ADD kicking in, right? So I could not do it, man. Like I would try, and I actually one day that I was working Carnival, I went into the clown maze at the time. And I'm like, let me try to work this. I was the shittiest person in there, literally. I did not know the timing. I'm all right, they're coming from the corner. Boo! And they're like, huh? What was that? I'm like, oh crap. So I was in there for about an hour just being, and again, I'm not saying this to like, oh no, you need to try. I tried it. I was terrible.
Wasn't your thing.
Yeah, it's the one, and I was like, I can't do this. I just can't.
I'm trying to picture ArtDracula working in a maze. Like, what would he do, or like, what would he sound like? I'm trying to envision this because I'm so used to seeing you on the street.
It was ArtDracula. I was in Carnival. I just went into that clown maze, right? So I fit right in.
Okay.
So like the talent captain at the time was cool. He's like, yeah, you guys can come in whenever you want. I'm like, okay, let me try it one night. And I was terrible, man. I don't even know how people were able to do that long. So my like people always say, oh, streets, they're so hard to get. Dude, streets is a piece of cake. If you can sit your ass and scare and have fun in a maze for 8 hours, you've earned it. Like, trust me, that's way tougher than being on streets. 100,000%. Because I sucked at it, man. I was terrible. I wish I would have filmed that.
I'm trying to picture like were you doing the voice in the maze, like the signature voice that you have?
I was, but I think the biggest thing I was trying to learn is like, how do they know that people are coming through the corner? Because like I would hear them and like I would either go there 30 feet too soon and they're like, oh, there he is. And it was bad. I was terrible at it.
You're like, here, I'm here to scare you. They're like, they're 30 feet away. It's
So yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ended up basically just sliding my first year. Our talent captain at the time, they allowed us like the very like last 2 weeks. They're like, all right, since you're gonna work next year, we're gonna rehire you. Get good at sliding now. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try it, even though I was doing it about 4 weeks before that too. But yeah, ended up practicing sliding, and that was my first thing that I did there, man. It was a lot of fun. Great times.
Dude, it seems like you just got in at the right place at the right time and just took flight and just like I said.
I know my pathway in terms of like, let's say I worked it when I was 18. I don't think I would be where I'm at now in terms of like the history that I've had with the event. I probably would have, got on a maze and then been content with that and then stayed there too, right? So there's different ways it could have played out, but I'm glad it played out the way it did because I met really cool people from working these events, right? So I, just in general, just people messaging me. It's awesome that I'm in the position to where like people are excited to like see videos and stuff. So, I wouldn't want to change it at all.
Change nothing at all, huh?
It played out the way it should have played out. So I'm happy over that.
What was your very first costume?
Oh man. So my first year I worked in CS, which is Camp Snoopy. And it was the very last year of the Gauntlet, which was like a medieval themed thing. I wore a what are they called? A kilt.
Oh, really?
I wore a damn kilt that was for a guy that was like 6'4", he was a big dude.
So it was like a bathrobe.
That thing was heavy, bro. It was heavy. So like I had to wear it. I'm like, dude, this stuff's this is the only thing we have. You have to make it work. So like they made like the waist smaller. This thing was like 15, 20 pounds, man. I'm not even exaggerating. It was terrible. So then I'm like, all right, let me make this work. And that's kind of where I was able to get knee pads and then stuff the kilt in the knee pads.
Okay.
So it wasn't just hanging everywhere, right? So that was my way to be able to wear knee pads back then. It's the fact that, hey, this thing's too big for me. Let me put the knee pads over them. And it worked out. So yeah, I was actually called a piper.
Okay, so it was kind of like maybe like a Scottish, like Highland themed.
I definitely wasn't saying anything Scottish, right? Back then, and yeah, I was a piper. That was fun. Fun area to be in. I mean, I'm glad I experienced that scare zone.
What do you remember most about your very first year of haunt?
Honestly, and this is probably the how crazy people party afterwards.
Really?
Probably, yeah, man. It was a different time back then, man. We're talking pre-cancel period, right? Culture.
Okay.
So, like there was probably a party every night after haunt at someone's hotel. I'm talking like
I couldn't do it,
dude. It was. I learned the hard way, man. I went and as I got older, I'm like, I can't can't do this anymore, man. Like I'm hungover the next day. I can't do it. But yeah, they would party their ass off. And again, I wish it was like a more cliche, like, oh, the very first time I scared this young kid and
I had an amazing slide. I created sparks.
No, it was the Hennessy at 3:30 in the morning at the bowling alley.
It was the Hennessy when I got toe up and then I woke up the next day and threw up. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, no, but that was probably it. It's the culture. That's probably the best way to explain it. It's the culture of like, it really is like a camp for like adults, literally. It's like a camp for adults. That's the best way I can explain it, right? With that comes like the stupid parts of it. It comes the being united part of it. Comes a lot of it. But yeah, it's basically, yeah, I would say the parties were crazy back then.
Funny story since we're talking about first year. So my first year obviously was Sinister Point. We were at the Laguna Hills Mall here in Southern California, and they rented the spot at the time. You know, it's 3 stories, whatever. And I played my character. You hung out with who you worked with or who you're dating at the time, or whatever. And I remember everybody's like, we're all standing in the parking lot doing whatever. Everybody's like, hey, we're gonna go across the street to Raising Cane's. I guess the drive-through was 24 hours.
Nice.
And I'm trying to eat good. I'm eating protein bars and drinking, protein shakes, and I got bananas, and
that's Raising Cane's though, man.
I know, but dude, there's a story behind this, so you'll see this. I'm glad I didn't go. So I'm like, no, I got my protein cookie, whatever's the stupid cookies I eat. So I'm eating bananas, trying to hydrate. Me being the meathead that I am. So I go home. I remember that was a Saturday night, so Sunday I'm working haunt, and then half the staff is gone. Half. Like just not only like management.
Oh man, I know where this is going. Yeah.
Apparently everyone got food poisoning. So they're like, hey, we're really thin today. I'm like, well, what happened? I'm thinking people are dropping out. They don't want to work here. They're calling out, whatever. They're like, apparently everybody went to Raising Cane's and got food poisoning. Damn. And I'm cracking up. And then my maze manager at the time, she's like, hey, can you cover the 2 extra rooms behind you? I'm like, dude, you already got me covering 3 rooms in a hallway. So now I got to cover the hallway in the next room. Which is cool. I lost almost 20 pounds that season, but
nice.
I was running around like a madman, just running around screaming, and then I had my haunter's voice going, and just like I remember like I was like dry heaving because I just was like overexerted, and like we got like 1 15-minute break a night, if that, and I'm like covering like 5 areas in a hallway, but I had a blast. But the funny thing is, that's one of my most memorable experiences. Like, I got to cover areas more. They had me do like openings down like the main showroom floor, but then everyone had chorro from eating Raising Cane's, and I was like, I'm never gonna eat there again. But it's just hilarious. It's just
better than covering up that toilet seat for 7 hours straight. So
I'd
rather cover 7 rooms.
I would have been amazed. I would have been running back and forth to the bathroom. It's just hilarious. I'm glad I didn't go. So it's like, that's just funny. So you began as a slider over at the boardwalk area, Carnival, correct?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Officially, yes, but it was Camp Snoopy. Because we were allowed, like I said, the last 2-3 weeks, our talent captains were like, all right, you're coming back next year, so start sliding. I'm like, okay. So then we were able to do it in the open, but yeah. Then I went to Carnival and slipped there as well.
So your second year, you started over at Carnival?
Yeah, Carnival.
And you were a clown, correct?
I was a clown.
Well, can you describe what your clown costume looked like?
Again, it's on the YouTube, but basically it was like I had a Under Armour shirt on, and then over that was like I don't know, what would you call it? What is it called? Like a beige shirt, I guess.
Just like a button-down shirt?
No, that's back then. It was like just a beige shirt. I mean, it was very plain. And then I had like some checkered pants, like clown pants, and that was basically it. I mean, there wasn't much to the costume at all. But yeah, I was a clown, and I had to dye my hair red for that too.
So that was your real hair then. You dyed your actual hair.
Yep, for the 3-4 years that I was there, it was either that or you had to wear a wig, and I'm not about to wear no wig. Like it would have been too hot. So I just dyed my hair red.
I don't blame you. That hair you had, just that thick lion's mane, I would have dyed it too. I wouldn't have done the wig. It's like, excuse me. When did the ArtDracula persona started? The dude we see on the YouTube channel, the dude with the voices, the dog barking, the bird noises, like the campy one-liners, like the karate and punches and kicks. When did that start?
The first year that I worked.
Out the gate, you're doing that?
I went straight to it, man.
I'm thinking you developed it over a year or two. You're like, no, out the gate, just this voice and this persona, this dude. It's like, oh my God.
So what a lot of people don't realize is that like that character is like it's an amplified me. It really is, right? because like I'm a big, I observe a lot, right? So my mind's constantly thinking of things, right? Or just funny scenarios that could happen, and just always thinking to myself. So that was a good outlook, or a good way for me to be able to just say what was on my mind at that given time, right? So like a lot of it, I just take advantage of the fact, like, all right, now I don't have to keep it in my head. If something's funny, or if there's a scenario that I want to get involved in, I'll just go ahead and get involved in it, right? I don't have to just think it and laugh to myself. Let me just do this.
It's not me, it's the character saying that, you know.
Yeah, but it started that very first year. I will say that it was it didn't fit very well in Camp Snoopy. Obviously, right? It's medieval. I'm over here like, you know, give me your whatever, and yeah, it didn't fit very well. But the way that I look at it is that people, you know, as good as your character can be, people will remember the laughing part of it, whether it's they look back and laugh at the part that they got the shit scared out of them, right? Or someone seen someone that they're friends with get really scared that wasn't supposed to get scared. Those are the memories that I felt like were more important. So like for me, I've never been a very major character in terms of like that area that really got into it in that sense. It's developed over the years, but yeah, I think it's and vice versa, right? If there was, you know, 30 of me running around in the scare zone, I would not go to that scare zone. I would be like, I need to get the hell out. What is this? Right? So it's good to have a mixture of people, I think.
Funny story. So 2019 haunt season. No, I'm sorry. Yes, 2019. At the time we were just dating, you know, Krista, the girlfriend, now she's, you know, we're a couple. So we're just dating. So she's never been to haunt besides one time, like the last year Elvira was there. So I was like, okay, we're going to get, you know, the fast lane, you know, the tickets, and we're going to do the full gamut. We're going to do all the mazes. I'm not going to spoil nothing for you. We're going to do all the scare zones. So we're doing that. So we end up over the Camp Snoopy area, which the scare zone's called the Hollow, correct?
Yes.
So we're there. We find this little alcove, and we're just kind of sitting there, you know, being all lovey-dovey, and we're kissing or whatever. And so we're sitting there, and then this, I don't know who it was. One of the monsters came up to us, and he's like, "Yeah, I get it." He's clapping. Go get a room. Check out these two. And I was so fucking embarrassed, dude. It's just like, and I was like, oh my god. It's like this. I would have done the same. I would have said something. Yeah. But yeah, we're sitting right there, you know, by whatever it was, and one of the street monsters came up to us, was giving us a hard time. I was like, oh great, well, thanks. Yeah, dude. So
that's always fun to ruin it. It was always fun for me to see when couples were fighting, and I'd walk up like, oh, you do okay? Like, it's kind of making it more awkward. Right?
Is it, are you okay?
Yeah.
Who fights at Scary Farm? You're there to have fun.
Oh, dude, everyone does, man. It's after 10 p.m. You see those couples in the dark corners just not talking, and it's fun to mess with them, man. It really is.
Oh, dude.
Or like, you know, find some candy and give it to like the girl and piss the boyfriend off, and yeah, it was great.
Oh, we had some upstanding citizens, you know, over at Dark Harbor when I was there, coming to the maze, you know, it just dudes walking through with 4 local cans, like, oh, hey, I guess they're allowed to have this. I'm like, okay, go ahead, you know. You know, the whole thing in Feast, little side tangent, you know, we're cannibals, and so again, I've talked about this before. I played the chef. So we're supposedly, you know, we're killing the guests, we're prepping them as meals and serving it to the, you know, the crew and the people on the Queen Mary. So we always refer to people as a meat or, you know, whatever. And I didn't say this. I'm quoting what this person said. And so these girls are coming through, and I jump out and I do my thing, and I was like, what did I say? I said something like along the lines of my monster voice is, look what we got. It looks like we got some fresh meat to serve up. This girl doesn't skip a beat and tells me, I got some fresh beep for you, daddy. That's what she tells me, the P word. And I was caught off guard. I'm just like, and I started laughing. I just ran backstage through the curtains. I was like, I'm out of here. I broke out. And the girls were all cracking up. I'm like, she dumbfounded me, because I would always fire back at everyone. People
that would have been a great opportunity to say, I'm not that hungry. Right? It's like, I'm not that desperate.
She's like, I got some fresh beef for you, daddy. I'm like, oh shit. And she was kind of fine. I'm like, girl, you fine? It's like, no, I took off. I was like, I ran through the curtain. You know,
imagine you just look at her and like, well, let's go then.
I was like, oh, well, you know, hey, well, I get off at 1.
Game, I'm game right now. No, right now.
I was like, girl, you want to go to Denny's? You know, yeah, that threw me off. I'm like, oh, I didn't know what to say. I'm like, oh, because the dudes used to talk trash.
Yeah.
They're like, I got some meat for you here, chef. I'm like, I don't like popcorn shrimp. I'll say stupid shit like that, just whatever. Anyways, enough about me. At what point did you realize this is it? Like, you're going to stick with what's working with you? Like, the campy one-liners and like the body language, or you going up and messing with people. Like, when did you realize, okay, this is what's working. I'm having fun. People are enjoying it. I'm going to stick with this.
You can, and I keep saying YouTube, but like the last video, I don't know if you watched it, but one thing that I brought up is that people, just because I stuck with the same voice, they almost felt like my character stayed exactly the same from Carnival that it did to Ghost Town.
Right.
But it really didn't, because if you look at, and I barely watched these videos from 9-10 years ago, and I was way more obnoxious in Carnival. I was just yelling and just being obnoxious, right?
Mm-hmm.
As time progressed and I went to Ghost Town, that's really when I was more just kind of like, I don't want to say mellowed out, but I wasn't at that same level of being obnoxious and just kind of like, kind of everywhere, right?
Uh-huh.
So I don't think it's changed, but it's definitely developed.
Okay.
I think at basically, again, my first year, it was working. I seen people get a kick out of it. People were laughing, and my goal was always that if I can't scare you, I'll scare someone, and then you'll laugh because of it. I'm trying to make everyone have an experience,
exactly,
and not just say, "Oh, this place was shitty. They didn't scare anybody," right? And unfortunately, not a lot of people think that way, right? They really want to get into their character, and it's like, oh well, we're in the 20s, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, and that's good that there's a mixture of everything, but at the end of the day, people will remember the laughing moments of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the idea to where, one, I'll scare you, and guess what? Now that I'm scaring you, whether it's something dumb that I said or whatever it's going to be, other people around you will now get entertained from that scare as well. It's not a solo, straight to you scare, right? So that's why I was very loud my entire time. It's like other people can notice the fact that there's something funny going on. It's basically your one.
I totally love that, because it's like you're focusing on one person, but you're getting a reaction for it. You're popping the crowd. That's a term they use in wrestling, where you get a reaction from multiple people, and I totally get that. It's just like some people go a little over the top, like they're Shakespearean actors. They're like, oh, that's cool, but it's like,
which is cool, because everyone needs a mixture, right? So I always tell that to people. That's not my thing. I couldn't do it. I don't want to do it, but that's why there's other people who enjoy doing that stuff. So I think that's a good thing.
I broke character as the chef at Dark Harbor, and I didn't know we're supposed to do this, but I was the new guy. And then some of the vets are like, hey, come on, chef, we're going to go downstairs. And I told the story before, but I want to share it with you because I want you to hear it. We're going to go mess with the queue line. So it's a couple like, the key monsters in the maze. And I'm supposed to be the chef, the main theme character or whatever. So we're messing with people. And we're talking trash. This lady had like a pleather leather jacket. And we had like Michael Jackson references. And I was trying not to laugh the entire time. So we see this family. And then the Mexican family. And I can say that's not Mexican. And then they say something to me in Spanish, the dad does, to insult me. I turned around, looked at him, and then I ripped into him in Spanish as a chef, talking trash to him in Spanish. And he was like terrified. And I was telling him, wait till you get on the ship. I'm going to cook you up, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And I was like talking trash and laughing and pointing at him, and I pull out the prop knife, and like the crowd lit up. They knew what I was saying. And he was terrified. He was shaking. He's like, no. And I told him in Spanish, get on the ship, but like, again, I not broke character, but I didn't stick to the script as much. Yeah. But I made a personal experience for him, but his personal experience like radiated to other people. And there was a dude with like long ass hair, and I bumped into him by accident, and he's like, hey man, watch where you're going. And I turn around, I'm like, hey, the 90s call, they want the haircut back. Yeah. And he was just like, oh dude. And I was just like, we started ripping into him, the three characters. And we fucked up. One of the monsters is like, hey chef, I found a chicken nugget for you. What the hell is he talking about? So I'm making my way through the crowd, and I've told the story before. I come to where he's at. It's a little person, and I'm like, oh man, like, oh shit, and I'm like, and this dude was, whoa. Yeah, this dude's known to like, HR's like, okay, so and so, you got to tone it down. So I was like, oh shit. So I go up to this person, and then I'm like, oh, you're the perfect size to put in the oven, and I'm like messing with this person. We didn't know there was another little person in line. So we stuck to the chicken nugget term. So we see this other little person going through the maze, and we assumed it was the one we interacted with that didn't have a problem with the comment. So we're like, oh, here comes this chicken nugget and butterball turkey and whatever. We're talking trash like through the whole maze. Everyone's just, that's what they're known for. I guess that person went to guest relations and complained,
man,
and say we were harassing them. So like an email went out, and the next day we got lectured. I'm like, dude, what happened? They're like, well, apparently the person we called chicken nugget outside. I'm like, yeah. There was another little person in line, and they went through the maze. They didn't appreciate it. I'm like, what are the odds? It's too. And then we were, I guess, body shaming people by calling them pork chop or like meat sack or whatever. And I'm like, it's the meat theme. I'm like, what? Okay, let me tone it down. But dudes could walk by smoking blunts and drinking Four Locos, and that was okay. So,
no, yeah, I think it's more for that stuff. So I do know with Knotts, they would get gagged a lot, right? Like in terms, what that means is you're no longer allowed to talk. And
okay.
So a lot of people, they don't have the observations of knowing who can take a joke and who cannot.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what the limit is. They don't know things like that, right? So there's a lot of like Carnival for a couple years and just other areas as well. They would not be allowed to talk for the rest of the year because of something stupid they would say that would be taken offensive, right? So I think it's more or less that they stopped you because they don't want it to get to that level.
Yeah, I get
right.
it.
And I think that's probably why they did it. But it's just a majority of people, honestly, like they may think they're witty or like they're whatever. Some people shouldn't be allowed to talk to anybody. Most people should, to be honest with you.
I agree with you.
No, but in that case, I think it's just more or less. I think they were just trying to like, all right, maybe we should consider other factors.
Yeah.
But you're in a meat shop, so I don't see how that could be taken out of context in terms of, yeah, you may take it that way, but we're in a meat shop. I don't understand. Yeah,
some people were offended, like, excuse me. We play off each other. And so we're like, where you going, meat? I got some pork chops to serve up. I'll get in the oven. And people are like, oh my God, you're body shame. I get it. But I'm like, okay, so they're, hey guys, you got to tone it down. You're getting a little aggressive. You had nothing but like these headstrong monsters in there, and just we all played off each other. And some days I was cracking up, I was trying not to break character, and but the whole chicken nugget thing, I guess got out of hand. And what are the odds? There's two little people in queue, and we were picking on the wrong one. So yeah, we
played the lotto that night, man.
Yeah, and I was like, double whammy.
The statistics on that's crazy, man. Two of them, they didn't even know each other.
It's just hilarious. And there's some other stuff that happened. I was just like, this is everyone's like, be careful at Dark Harbor. I was like, it wasn't that bad of experience. I had fun. Yeah. And it's just like, I dealt with people inebriated, my entire life. I worked security, and it's like, you read your audience. If this dude's
exactly.
This dude's chicken walking, he's like the Walking Dead. He can't. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna fuck with him because excuse my language, he's a little intoxicated. Now, if there's people that they're hovering around each other, and I'm like, oh, dude, I'm totally gonna get them. Or they're like, oh my God, Art, it's scary in here. I'm like, okay, one of them's named Art. So I jump out. I'm like, where are you going, Art? They're, how did you know my name? I'm like, I just fucking hurt you, dude. It's like, yeah.
You aware at all? Like, she's next to you.
Well, they're like, oh my God, Tiffany, this is so scary. I'm like, okay, so one of these girls is named Tiffany. And I'm like, where's Tiffany at? And I was just like, it's just, I guess, reading our audience. But unfortunately, that night we got in trouble and we had a lecture. We're like, hey, you guys can't do that anymore. We're like, oh, okay, cool. So, but it was fun. It is what it is. So
it's always fun to interact with people. Just be quick on it.
Yeah, just quick and I move on. It's just like, okay, cool, boom. So you know better than I do. Hell, you've been doing this a lot longer than I have. So
yeah, you know where to draw the line, right? Like you don't even take the risk of like, all right, this could potentially be twisted on me, so let me not. Yeah, so yeah, you learn.
It's just funny because I had a dude, he got a little thuggy with me, and like he took it personal. Like we were kind of trying to like put him in an oven. I'm like, you just came through like a makeshift oven. We're not trying to really kill you, dude. And he put his hands up like he wanted to do something. I'm like, hey man, we're just trying to have fun here. And he's like,
it's the secret bars, man.
And he's like, I'm just scared, bruh. I was like, there's no reason to be scared, dude. I had to like talk him off the ledge. I'm like, hey, dude, it's all good. We're just having fun. I'm like, the exit's right here if you want to leave. And he actually went through the exit. Like he was terrified of the maze. And I was like, and I was walking through. I'm like, hey, he's just ready to go. And he was that paranoid, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he was too high or something. I don't know. So anyways, I think we're at a stopping point. We're going to take a quick little break. Again, this is episode 21 with veteran slider ArtDracula from Knott's Scary Farm, and we'll be right back.
The Creepcast, hosted by Rick Creeper11.
Don't you dare try to escape. The Creepcast with Rick Creeper shall return.
Hey everybody, this is Rick Creeper 11 from the Creepcast podcast. So once again, you're hearing my voice because we're talking about vampfangs.com. Yes, vampfangs.com. Vampfangs has been established since 1993 out of Salem, Massachusetts, New England's only vampire shop. That sounds kind of spooky. Host of the Endless Night Salem's Vampire Ball. I can speak about this personally because I've purchased things from them. Some of the various haunts or like horror cosplay photo shoots that I've done, I've acquired my fangs. More importantly, my contacts, which are FDA compliant, approved, and verified from your eye doctor, is shipped here in the good old US of A. So they came through for me. I've had bad experiences with other companies where contacts weren't the greatest quality, or they're shipped overseas, so either they're really bad quality or just didn't arrive here on time. So Vampfangs was definitely a lifesaver, but they have other things as well. I already mentioned special effect contacts. They have special effect makeup, fangs, apparel, sunglasses, bags, fragrances, chokers, you name it. Everything is based out of Salem, Massachusetts, and they've got a cool little store over there. Check them out, vampfangs.com online or at Vampfangs Official at Instagram. Tell them Rick Creeper sent you. You guys will love it. Trust me. Check them out. Vampfangs Official, Instagram. Have a good one, guys. Take care.
Where do you think you're going? There is no escape from the Creepcast with Rick Creeper.
The Creepcast, hosted by Rick Creeper 11.
All right, thank you, Emmanuel Manjavar, for that sound drop, aka Minji Speaks, voiceover artist extraordinaire and good buddy of mine. We're back at it here, episode 21 with veteran slider ArtDracula.
Hello. I actually was going to bring up how cool that sound clip is.
Is it, dude? You like it?
So great job. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, see,
I feel like I'm gonna watch like a Crypt Keeper episode or something.
It's cool because
episode.
I told him, do whatever accent you want, or do like a Christopher Lee, like from Lord of the Rings or whatever, and then just like this one. I'll just drop it in right now.
Oh my!
That's the fake George Takei. I don't know if you know who George Takei is. That's like his signature sound drop. And I told Minji, hey, can you do that? And, you know, yeah, for sure. So like whenever you say something interesting, I always hit that. So yeah. Anyways, and there's some other. Mine's
unpleasant, man. It made me feel a little bit used. Please don't play it again.
Oh my, yes, I love it. I love that because we always that's like an inside joke between me and him. It's always like, oh my. So yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no. So it's like yeah. So Art. Question for you. Off season, how much time do you guys put into practicing or staying in shape for to be a slider or even haunting? You know, because I know the closer it gets to haunt, I'm like, okay, I gotta gear up the gym, you know, stretch more cardio, less weightlifting, eat better, hydrate. How much of that time off season do you spend practicing or getting in shape?
So I work out year round. So I work out year round, set goals for myself, and just kind of, you know, work out just for the purpose of feeling good, right? Not for haunt.
There you go.
So when it comes to haunt, I don't practice at all. Night one, just sliding like from that day on. A lot of people they slide throughout the year, but I'll be honest. And it's, you know, I think if it's fun for you and you're hanging out with people, that's cool. But for me, sliding in a rink and doing that, jumping over stuff or whatever it's going to be, it's not real world. It's not a real world experience, right? It's not going to equate to how good you're doing through the season with crowds. So for me, even my first year sliding, never practiced. My first night's practicing. So your opening night, just be a little bit more careful. But yeah,
okay.
I practice, and you're there 8 hours, man. Like you get better through the weeks.
I've been noticing you've been pumping a little iron in your excuse me as I clear my throat on mic. Pump a little iron on your Instagram feed, on your story.
Yeah, I'm trying to get in really good shape in terms of like strength wise.
There you go.
And I think everyone with this pandemic, man, it's just we've gained another part of ourselves to keep it
right.
So yeah, I'm working out to try to get, you know, a little bit stronger, get in shape. And yeah, it's just like I mentioned, I work out year round, so it does help when it comes to, you know, the training part of it, of being prepared for opening night to slide. But I always tell people this, it doesn't matter. Dude, I work out again every 6 days a week, 3 hours a day.
Damn, more than me.
So if I, even now, let's say Haunt wants to start tomorrow, if I go there and I spend a night of Haunt sliding around, I'm gonna feel like death the next day. It doesn't matter how you don't get prepared when it comes to like the soreness. There's no way to prepare for that.
Right.
But what it does do, it allows you to last longer within the night, right?
There
You're
you
not
go.
giving up as quickly. But in terms of like the after effects, you could be freaking Olympian for all I know.
You're still gonna be tired.
You're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel like you got hit by a bus that weekend or the very next day. So yeah, the only benefit that I can see people getting from is it's just being able to last longer. I think that's what it is. It's not necessarily avoiding any type of hurt the next night.
Do you recommend that you know, a lot of stretching prior, after? I mean, what's your ritual? This is off question. Like, what do you normally do, like to get geared up or hyped up before every night? Everyone's
Different, right? So me, I just jump into it, to be honest with you.
Okay.
So there's really nothing that I do. I mean, I'll give you a basic day when I was working Scary Farm. I show up, sit down, I go to Crow's Nest, which is a like a cafeteria for us.
Okay.
I probably eat like, I don't know, like a grilled cheese or something light just to eat.
Exactly.
And I just sit down and get ready. Like,
jeez.
A lot of people, yeah.
I'm thinking, oh, dude, he's probably doing like Pilates or something, or like, you know, he's doing like hot yoga, getting ripped and like agile. It's like,
dude, people are like, you know, they have their headphones in, they're you know, like doing Rocky moves and just running and doing, you know, burpees and just kind of like, you know, jamming out to their song and stuff like that. For me, I was just chilling. I like to relax until I need to turn it on, right? So I'm just sitting down back there relaxing, and like, for example, in those rope drops that you guys see where all the monsters come out, normally in the very back, everyone's like jumping, trying to get loose and trying to, you know, like very much get in the moment. I'm sitting on a bench just waiting for my cue.
I can picture you in your costume just sitting there. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, that would literally be me, and people would look at me, what the fuck are you doing? But it's like, that's my regimen of like getting into it, right?
Whatever works
Obviously,
for you.
as I'm walking in, it gets more pumped up. I think most of it is, I don't like feeling like I don't want to say use the word anxious, but like those butterflies before where you're just like, oh, you gotta go, right? I'm the worst at wanting to wait for that. So I think if I keep my mind cool until the very moment that I feel it, 2 seconds later, I'm in the crowd. So for me, I think it was more that of pumping myself up. It was just going to stress me out that I can't go and scare now. So I think I was relaxed
totally
until
right.
I made it. Then I can scare.
I totally get it. It's just, you know, speaking from my experience, I went from like listen to certain music, making sure I'm hydrated. I would stretch. It's just a thing for me. But I would find a corner and just want to peacefully just kind of like I would close my eyes. Sometimes I would sleep, you know. And then, like you said, once it's time to go, I'd turn on that light switch. I do agree, like, to eat very light. Excuse me. I never wanted to eat anything too solid. Maybe just enough substance to get me going.
Yep.
And when I was at Dark Harbor, they're like, hey, there's certain like food we could go eat, and we get like it's only like $5 to go eat or whatever. Yeah. And it was always like something heavy, like a burger or whatever, pizza. I'm like, I don't want to eat that.
Bad idea, man. Do that.
Well, I fucked up. The one day I was like, you know, I'm kind of hungry. I've been working it was a Friday. I've been working all day. I ate like a bird at lunch, and it takes me an hour from work to, you know, Long Beach, and then I'm sitting there in makeup and costume for another hour. By the time I get to position, it's 7:15. I've been here since 5. So I'm like, I'm gonna go eat something. So like that day was like you know, whatever hamburger and fries. I'm like, you know what? Okay, fuck, I'm gonna eat it. Excuse me. So I ate that. It hit me like a ton of bricks. And I'm in full on costume. I was like, dude, fucking chef's gonna have to drop a dump. I'm like, damn it. And I'm like, I better go hurry up and do this. In the feast maze, we had our own bathroom and break room. Everybody was envious, and we had potlucks and all that. I brought like $60 worth of Popeye's chicken once. I didn't get a single piece. That's another story. And so I didn't like using the bathrooms that was inside the maze, but there was a bathroom that was downstairs for the public that was by the exit. And there's like that 4D whatever, like show simulation.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, I seen it last year.
Well, there's
the year before that. Yeah.
There's a bathroom right there. So I'm like, okay, don't break character. Beeline it to the beeline it to the bathroom. So here comes the chef, opening the door, and he goes straight to the stall. I handle business, right? So I'm sitting there, and I'm adjusting my Fitbit, making sure like my gauze, my spooky cloth is covering it, so they don't see. I don't break immersion. Like the chef has like tattoos of Michael Myers and like the headless horseman from Sleepy Hollow in his arms, and so
BTS.
Yeah, exactly. And so there's dudes that come in and they've been drinking, and they're like, and I told the story before, but I want you to hear it. It's so they're all messing around, and they're peeing at the urinal, and I'm pretty much wrapping things up. And so they're like, oh yeah, check out my dick, and they're typical like meathead jocks or whatever, some dudes. It's like some buddies. So I come out of the stall as the chef, and I'm like, nobody wants to see your dick, and I go straight to the to the sink to wash my hands. They broke out. They ran. They got scared. I'm all, make sure you wash your hands. And they didn't wash. They just took, they ran out of the bathroom. I'm cracking up. I'm
nasty.
I'm like, oh, just fucking with these guys. But yeah, but the whole point of the story is I ate a little bit too heavy, and it got to me right away. And I was like, okay, I'm never going to eat this stuff again. So,
and this stays into the same subject that you were bringing up about eating light. When you're a slider, right, you're committed. The second you put that sliding gear on,
it's a lot to take off.
You can't. If you ate too much and you have to rush to the bathroom, it's going to take you about 20 minutes to be able to comfortably release.
Right.
Right. So, because we duct tape our pads, our pants. There's no way to pull down your pants basically when you're sliding. There really isn't. At least my pants were tight as hell. So mine, you couldn't pull anything down. So if I ate too much and I regretted it, some accidents could happen.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I tried my best not to eat at all. And I know the last year where people mess up is that you work out and you're having a great time working out and it's easy and you're also dropping all this weight. But then when you can very well just go home and sleep, you go home and go to Del Taco or McDonald's and you just ruin the entire night.
Exactly.
Before that, right? So I was very good at and trying not to eat too bad because it's just you feel like shit, man. You eat something heavy, you just like you're heavy, like your stomach hurts, like you're groggy, too much sugar, you're just kind of I mean, if you're like 19, 20, it doesn't like eat whatever, like, but it won't last long, trust me.
Oh, trust me, yeah, dude. I was like, bananas, protein shakes, and like what are those protein cookies called? The ultimate.
Oh,
cookie.
I know what you're talking about. Those two dudes.
The two dudes with the fro hair, yeah.
Yeah, I actually had one a few days ago.
They're pretty good. I mean, as long as you burn them off, because they are.
The Snickerdoodle ones are bomb.
Oh,
those
dude,
are really good.
So good, yeah. That's another episode we could talk about that. Yeah, jeez. But I heard a story on your platform. You guys were talking about you eat something at like the employee cafe, and it just went through you guys. It was like,
oh, dude,
what was it called again?
All right, so this was called the Frito Burrito.
Yeah,
that was in Crow's Nest, and this thing from the day that I worked Haunt was brought up about don't eat that, and it's like at Haunt there's so many urban legends and myths that like you don't know what's real, and you're like, man, everyone, all this is bullshit, like whatever. It's just like years go on, and you just exaggerate the story. So there's one time, and I'm like, Frito Burrito, that sounds pretty good. A big ass burrito with like chili cheese cheese and Fritos and like wrapped up and then grilled and butters in it. I'm like, that sounds good. Like, let me try it. Like, I'm good. I have a tank of a stomach. So I go, this is my first year. It's 2009. And I eat it and I'm like, dude, people are exaggerating it. And I went back and they're like, what you eat? I'm like, Frito Burrito. Like, dude, are you stupid? I'm like, I'm fine. I ate it 30 minutes ago. Dude, are you dumb? Sure enough, man. Oh man, 30 minutes passed. I'm done, dude. I'm like, oh my god, my stomach's just. I'm like, no. And I'm like in the bathroom, I'm like, this is real. This is very real. And it's gotten to the point. It's gotten to the point where never again. And people would bring it up, and it was Aaron, I believe. Aaron, he comes one day and is like, I'm gonna get a Frito burrito. I'm like, Aaron,
don't do it.
I know, like. I'm gonna tell you something and I didn't listen, but I want you to listen. Don't do it, bro. It's not worth it. Don't do it. Nah, I think, and Aaron has like this like smirkiness to him, like, nah, I'll be fine, man. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine, right? Like, I'm good. I can eat. Trust me, I'm good. And I'm like, Aaron, I'm pleading you, dude. This isn't a myth. This is very freaking real. Sure enough, he eats
same thing.
10 times worse than I am, man. He's like crying, like, dude, like, this is too real, man. Like, I was in the bathroom for 2 hours, and yeah. So we always try to warn people that get within our front group when we work the event, like, just don't do it, man. It's not worth it. Again, especially if you're wearing sliding gear. That sliding gear, dude, does not come off. Like, it's hard enough to pee if you have sliding gear on. So, and most of the time you don't have to pee because, like, you sweat most of it off. It's very, very rare when you go to the bathroom during hot.
I would go like I would go like on our breaks. Like, for us, we'd work an hour and then break for half an hour, or you did 30 and 30. So I would just go, okay, might as well take advantage. I'm here, let me go pee. But yeah, you're right. You'd sweat it out. I was drinking.
Yeah, you sweat it out. You hardly go in there. So again, eating light is probably the best advice I can give. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that go to sliding groups and they slide and they do shows or they're practicing and training up. The biggest advice, and I actually got a few messages a few days ago that someone and somebody else, they're working at a Cedar Fair park somewhere in, like, if you're listening to this, I think it was like Pennsylvania or Philadelphia. I don't know where it was. Someone with a P. But he basically asked, like, hey, how do I prepare for this, right? And I gave him the same answer. It's like, I mean, for the repercussions of it, you can't prepare. But to last longer, the biggest thing I can tell people will be lunges, doing a ton of lunges, right? And then the Stairmaster will be the biggest thing, right?
Okay.
A lot of people, they go into haunt thinking, I'm gonna get in shape a month beforehand. It takes a lot longer than a month, so start way beforehand. 2, they try to do a shit ton of cardio, and they're running, which is good. Cardio is good, you can run, but you don't run at haunt, minus like the spurts to go into the slide. A lot of it's power walking. So for example, if I went to you and I told you, hey, go run around this block one time, right? All right, how do you feel? You feel good. All right, now power walk as fast as you can around the block. You're gonna feel way more like shit power walking, right? And people don't understand, you're power walking 95% of your night if you're on streets.
Wow.
So what I always recommend people is, rather than doing cardio and trying to like run, just walk incline and then Stairmasters, because your lower body is you're gonna be hating your lower body. So it's better to prepare with Stairmaster beforehand. It's gonna definitely help. But yeah, that's basically the advice that I gave them. But yeah, it's pain wise, there's no way of preparing, man. It's just, you're gonna feel like you got hit by a truck, man. I can't even explain to you the pain that you feel, and eventually you get used to it. It's just kind of part of life. You're like, all right.
Definitely planning ahead, it just helps out, but like, you can't prepare for like 100%. Like, I knew I was okay. I better get in shape, so I'm stretching, lifting weights to keep the conditioning. But like you, I do the elliptical, the stair climber, the Stairmaster. Yeah. But yeah, I agree. I mean, like, I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. And I'm like, over here, taking, 1,500 milligrams of ibuprofen and trying to stretch and soaking my feet like in hot water and Epsom salts. It's just like, I couldn't prevent, like, I've been wearing work boots for years because I worked in the trades and construction. I had calluses in between like my pinky and index toe. And it got so bad working haunt, like when I was in between scares, I would have to stand on one foot to relieve that pressure, and I was leaning against the wall. I could have prevented that somehow, but it's like I just adapted. And so like, it's okay, here comes a guest, and let me get on 2 feet and jump out and scare him. But in between, I was like, and at the end of the day, I'm like, man, my legs are sore. It's like, it doesn't matter how much I exercise. And like you said, you can't do it a month before. It's like, hey, either, I try to exercise year round, not as much as you, because I'm older and it takes more oomph now. But no, I agree with you. And just eating certain things, it's just like, no, I can't eat. Like I said, I don't want to eat that cane. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna eat that.
Yeah, that worked out for you. Perfect. But the biggest thing is comfort, right? So like you mentioned with your feet and having all these issues, what a lot of people tend to not realize is that there's 300% more costume underneath your costume if you're doing it right? And what I mean by that is that you need, ankle braces on both ankles, right? You need the Under Armour. You need Under Armour pants. You need those compression socks. Like, there's so much that goes underneath the costume. So if you look at my ghost town things, like, it's a shirt, it's some jeans, it's the pads, and then my shoes, right? But I have so many things in my shoes to avoid the pain that you had to go through, right? So I know for me, everyone's like limping and they're walking. And throughout the years, as you progress with gearing, you know what works for you, what doesn't. You find whatever works for you, and you're good. Like, I've never had an issue with my feet hurting or blisters or any of that. And I'm going freaking crazy, but it was because I slowly started to adapt to the gear that I knew that I needed, right?
Mhm.
So a lot of people, what they don't realize is that they're going to hunt using normal cotton socks. It's the dumbest decision you can do, right? Cotton socks, right? Like there's no way to wick the sweat away, and there's gonna be crinkles and wrinkles on the sock. What people don't get, and I always explain this to people, and they never believe me, like the Frito burrito story. But then after they don't listen, and they're no, I'll be fine. I always walk in these shoes and this and that. Like, all right, is the biggest key is get compression socks. As you put them on, put them as tight and as back as you can, because if there's one little micro wrinkle on your foot, you're gonna be going left and right throughout the entire night. That's what creates blisters. It's those wrinkles between your socks.
Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's rubbing. It's the sock. It's not tight enough, and it creates, you know, like the little flap, and then it's irritating your foot. So the biggest thing is when you put your shoes on, you want to make sure that your socks are as tight as it can be.
Okay.
So that's the biggest thing. But yeah, in regards to gear, you need all that other stuff if you want to be comfortable, or as comfortable as you can get. But yeah, it's definitely, people always don't think about what's underneath.
I did wear a long sleeve compression shirt, and I looked like an out of shape superhero, but I felt like a champ all day. Like I wasn't sweating as much. I felt cooler. And then so I got the long sleeve. I got the legs too. Fucking pants. I don't know how to speak English. The socks, I had no idea. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It's the socks. It's the gloves that you're wearing. And again, you learn throughout the years of just sliding and knowing what works. But that stuff, like if you've seen my shoes and how I modified them to not have those issues, I have I have like, I don't even know what they're called, but there's something you can put under your foot, and it's almost like a half a tennis ball.
Mhm.
But basically what it does, it keeps your foot from, when you're walking all day, it keeps it from really just slapping your foot completely flat each time you walk, because it elevates your foot a bit and creates a curve.
So it gives you a bit of an arch.
I know they use it for baseball. I know that much.
Okay.
But it takes some getting used to. And the other thing is going to be, any of the gear that you're going to wear your first night, wear it about a month beforehand around your house.
Definitely break it in
with it and just work it in. Yeah, just work that stuff in. And I can go days about the gear that I wear, because like, if you've seen me getting ready back there, like I have so much gear that it's ridiculous what I have underneath. Like no one ever knew. It's kind of just like, oh, you just put the shirt and jeans. Dude, it takes probably about an hour and a half to get ready.
Holy shit.
Yeah. It's about an hour and a half to get ready.
Well, you're definitely more physical than I ever was. Just I'm like Frankenstein, just stiff. I'm like, you know, just like
so you have to, like, you know, you have to duct tape stuff. You have to, you know, put things on the right way. You got to fix your gear. So it takes a bit of time. That's definitely not my favorite part, is getting ready, dude. I like the end of the night where I can just fucking rip shit off and just like, I'm done.
I'm gonna have to look into compression socks. I didn't know that. I did not think about that. So
a good one would be too, like if you have problems with your calves, is that they sell soccer compression socks. So then your calves as well will be tightened up, which would equate to you not having like shin splints and stuff like that as well. So there's a lot you can do to avoid these injuries beforehand.
Dude,
and
just
people don't prepare ahead of time. They just kind of like, oh, what am I costing? Like, you need way more underneath than just that.
I mean, wearing the long sleeve compression shirt and pants, that helped out. I did go with a decent like low top like basketball shoe. I didn't think about socks. I didn't even think about that. One thing,
shoes are probably trainers, by the way. Trainers, like any Nike trainers.
Okay.
Because they're very so they can take damage, right?
Okay.
And they're light, and then a lot of the soles of the shoes are almost like they're softer, right? So not like other shoes where they're like rubber.
Yeah.
So there's some impact protection too. So I always recommend trainers
like cross trainers. And okay,
like cross trainers shoes. Yeah.
Stupid me, I'm like, I'll wear my boots. You know.
Oh yeah.
I wear my Doc Martens. I was like, yeah, you know, it's good. I'm already 6'4". I'm like, you know, it'll give me another 2-inch lift and, you know, look cool. Dude, worst fucking mistake. I was dying at the end of the night.
That's what I always tell people, man. It's like, dude, like, no, like, do you? But I'm trying to help you.
Yeah, I made that mistake my first year. I'm like, yeah, I'm not wearing these boots ever again. It's like, no thanks. It's like, I wear work boots all day at work. I'm not gonna wear them now. So,
you have it down to a science, man. Like, I have to do like a review of like what was underneath all those, because dude, I can't even explain like those little things that I figured out, and I'm like, this works wonders.
Hey, you figured it out. It's like, for the guys listening at home, it's like, you might want to take some advice. You know, you got a guy that knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for 10 years. Well, just whatever works for you. I get it.
And again, everything that works for me may not work for someone else, right? They may hate compression socks and things like that, but it's definitely don't wear normal socks if you work on it.
I gotta, you know what?
Moral of the story.
Okay, I gotta get some compression socks. Noted. I'm gonna go to Costco or go to wherever and get them.
Yeah,
so.
you can get them like at any sporting goods store too.
Okay.
So just anything that's compression, and you'll see on there's like stitching in the middle of the foot. There's gonna be stitching to make that area tighter as well. So that creates the wrinkling from happening too.
Interesting. I had no fucking idea. Jeez.
Yeah, let me know if you need any other help, man. I can help you. Like, there's so many things I've learned.
Yeah, let's go sock shopping, dude.
Yeah.
Help me buy some socks. Pick them out for me. So,
thermodynamic.
So, can't even ask my question. So I heard that, and you talked about this already. I heard that you have to take a test or qualify to become a slider at Scary Farm. Is that correct?
Yeah. So basically, you have to be on streets for 1 year.
Okay.
Right. So even if you work the maze the next year, you cannot slide. So it's streets for 1 year, and then you take a sliding test that basically, they ask you, 1, to slide. Right. So they're gonna see, all right, you're capable or you're not. 2, they basically set some cones out, and you slide left, stop. Slide to the right, stop. It's almost like a car test, right? Like a driving test, like a driver's ed test, that they do like in high school or something. Or at least like in the TV shows that I've seen, because I've never had those cones in my school. But they do the test where you stop in front of them, and you bail out. So they're gonna ask, all right, what happens if you slide in front of them and then they don't stop, right? What do you do? And basically the answer is gonna be, I fall on my ass and I stop. That's the correct way to bail out from something.
You're like,
Other one is, what's up?
You're like, I wiped that motherfucker out. In my way. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, my rule of thumb was like, you get out of my way. That's the rule of thumb. And then the other one's going to be that you slide to them full speed, which again, do not do it. I know some names that are close to my realm that failed the test. And I'm not going to say who it was, but you guys can probably get an idea. Went in thinking it was going to be easy and completely failed the test. And they allowed that person to take, or 2 of them, to take the test again, and then they eventually passed. But their biggest thing is don't go 100% when you're taking the test. Go about 75 to 80. They don't know, right? But basically, you slide in front of them. They're going to raise a hand. You go to the opposite. The hand basically referencing that that's a person moving to the right. Then you go to the left, and just basically running around and doing slides like that. If you do not look very comfortable doing it, they'll probably give you another chance, ask you to do it again. Otherwise, they'll probably fail you.
I saw some of your videos, dude. Like, you're ripping through the crowd and like you're popping up, chasing them, sliding. Yeah, that kind of the signature kick where you create the sparks. I was like, how were you able to navigate like so well throughout the crowd? I'm like, you probably had some circumstances you did bump into people, whatever. But I was watching. I was like, dude. I was like,
never.
Really?
Yeah, everyone that has a sliding story always says like, yeah, we all run into someone or mess someone up every now and then. Like, it's part of the game, right? I've never. And I think a lot of it has to do with like your natural reflex. If you're going fast enough and you're not expecting it, I'm going towards you, your natural reflex is to go the opposite from me and to like lean back or go somewhere that's not the direction that I'm heading, right? So I think that's probably part of the reason. But yeah, I've never bumped into anybody in regards to sliding. Wow. Yeah, that's I mean, I'll probably just jinx myself if I ever work.
It's like, I just got hurt.
First slide. Oh God, my Achilles. No, but like you mentioned, like I do. So I want to say that like sliding in terms of I get messages all the time of people like saying like, dude, like how do you slide like that? Or like you said, the spin kick. And I do some where I'm just kind of like just dropping straight down, and the 360 ones are another one that I do as well.
Love those.
All of that just kind of developed through my years of sliding. I do know like the spin kicks, and like the biggest thing one for me is when I worked on, and even years beforehand, and we mentioned this earlier in the episode, but sliding has evolved so much now. It's completely different now than it was in 2004, 5, 6, 90s, completely different, right? A lot of the times people were more comfortable sliding to people parallel. So if you look at all these videos from Scary Farm from previous to 2007, people are walking forward, someone's to the left or the right of them, they run straight in a parallel line, they slide, and then they get to the other side, and that was sliding. That basically what was sliding. When I arrived at the time, it was very similar still, right? The style was very, I'm a slide parallel. To me, that wasn't. I wanted more than that. Right?
Mhm.
I didn't want to just like slide per look. I want to get in there.
Uh-huh.
So as far as I've noticed, those elements of like this kicking and the the 360s and stuff like that, I would learn in Carnival where the train tracks were. So that area where the train tracks, no one was there.
Uh-huh.
So I did it because if I did this in the open and someone in the area would see me spin kicking somebody, they'd be like, what are you doing? Like, you're gonna hurt someone, right?
They're like,
So
what
I'm like,
the
let me
hell
do
was
this
that?
away from people and then learn, right?
Uh-huh.
So I learned that trait, and I kept doing it, but the one that stuck on is the kicking one, right? It's kind of where you just kick the spark towards someone, and that for me in my mind was, I'm gonna go into the slide, and if the slide for whatever reason doesn't scare them, my kick definitely will, right? So I think that's kind of why I started sliding that way, and it honestly I did it so much to where it was just natural to me now. So I naturally slide like that now. I'm not going into it saying I'm gonna spin kick or I'm gonna spin. It's just
kind of like muscle
how
memory.
I slide now because I did it so much.
So it's kind of became like muscle memory for you.
It's literally muscle memory. So like if you ask me to slide normal, like a majority of people would slide just kind of on their knees, on their hands, and slide straight and then stand up. That would probably be more challenging to me than doing like a spin kick or 360 kick, to be honest with you. It's just I did it so much, it just became natural. But it's adapted a lot, which is cool. I think it's cool that it's
grown.
Adapted. It's changed a lot. Yeah,
it's just like this whole different monster now over the years. Like the stuff I've seen in the 90s, early 2000s till now, I'm just like, this is insane. It's just very, very. Some people are very athletic and take it very serious. Not that you did it. I'm just saying.
No, I mean, it was fun for me. I mean, it was different because like, and I don't know a way to word it, right? So it's not me saying, oh, I changed the game or I did this or that, right? But
you know who I was.
I went against the norm back then. Uh-huh. Even when I started, I completely went against the norm and what was accepted, right? In terms of that. And I think I did that with sliding too, to the extent to where, anything we do is going to get better throughout the years because you learn from someone, you learn from that person, right? Obviously I want to be doing this if they never created sliding to begin with, right? It's just levels, right? I'm sure there's going to be someone that watches my videos that can practice early enough to make that even better, right? What I was doing, make it completely better as well. So I just think that I feel good knowing that when I go to Haunt now, there's certain slides that when I was working there at the time before my videos kind of got traction, that those slides are more kind of like an evolution of when this all started, which I think is cool. I think it's really cool that, and again, it may come off the wrong way. Like, oh yeah, look at these people. Like they watch my videos. I'm not intending it in that way.
Right.
But it's just, I know for damn sure when I was working and before that, people weren't doing 360 spin kicks and all this other type of styles until the videos came out and people started, probably that's cool. Let me try it. Which I think is cool. Yeah, it's definitely fun to do those spin kicks, man. It's a lot of fun. But it's not for everybody, man. Because I had a friend who, I can do it too. I'm like, dude, be careful. Like it's not as easy as you think. We're all watching, and because even the good sliders, for example, that I'm friends with in my friend group, Royalty and things like that. They've tried it and they've almost eaten shit, right? And they're probably better sliders than I am in terms of like technique. So this dude went to do it,
right?
Completely ate shit in front of everybody, in front of Birdcage. He tried to do it, lost his footing, ate shit. Everyone just started laughing at him. Dude, like it was almost like a Simpsons episode when they're like, ha ha, like. So
that's fucked up.
I humbled him fairly quickly. So, yeah. So if you're gonna do those things, slowly adapt to it, because I definitely wasn't doing those 360 things in Carnival right away. You slowly learn throughout the years, and you have to learn how to read people too, obviously.
Can you share any crazy stories or experiences you had working streets, like just guest interactions or like weird requests?
I mean, I told you that one in the break, but I don't think that's
that was like a no. That stays at the table. Yeah, that was
all right. So that was a pretty cool one. Yeah. There's
looking nuts.
So for me, probably one of the cool stories was I want to say this was 2000 and so my videos, they've been around since 2010 I think, or 11. They've been around for a while, That very first year I would get like, hey, ArtDracula, right? The very first year that I did it, fans would come probably like the last week of Haunt, and a good number of them. But for me, it's like the evolution of the amount of people, dude. 2016, 17, 18, it was ridiculous how many people would come yell my name. It was crazy, man. That it got to the point where I was talked to about my fans coming and creating a hostile environment.
What the hell?
To the zone. Like it was dumb, man. But I think one of my favorite stories is just meeting the fans, man. And I know that's cliche to say, but it was just like meeting people, because it was crazy to me that I would just be, doing my thing, and people would legitimately come up to me shaking, I'm from Wisconsin, I came all this way to see you, and
that's cool.
And can I take a picture, this and that? And at the time I had to sneak these people like backstage, like not backstage, but like near Fog Alley, there's like an area where you can kind of not be seen. So I tried my best to take pictures with people, but I know I get comments all the time like, hey, I asked for a picture and then you ran away. Right? So
you're like, I'm working.
That was, I wasn't allowed to take pictures with anybody unless it was at main gate. But that's definitely one of them. But dude, it's all a blur, man. Like you work it, and it all just those 10 years being there compiles into like just one big clusterfuck of a memory. Like it's like I'm trying to put me on the spot. I'm trying to.
I'm sorry, dude. Well, I'm gonna cut this out. No, I'm just kidding.
No, so there's one. I'll tell you. There's one where embarrassing one, I guess, and it's not that great of a story, but basically I go out. You know how when I scare people and I reach towards them, I reach lower, and and I do that. So I did that, not knowing that there's this girl running full speed, like towards me. So I see her, and I like did a 360 to like turn away, and I was just standing up. But as I did that, she clipped me, and I lost my balance. And I'm not even exaggerating. So there's the entrance of Ghost Rider, and then towards there's the entrance of Ghost Rider, and then there's Spurs, which is at least 150, 200 yards away. Like
the restaurant,
Spurs
right?
is the restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm falling backwards, but I'm not falling. I'm just trying not to fall. And for those 200 yards, I'm literally trying to regain my balance by walking backwards, and I'm gonna eat shit, dude. And I'm just like, I'm gonna eat shit. I can't do it. People thought I was kidding, but I literally did not have my my balance. Fucking fell flat on my back, like as flat as I can fall. Ate perfect shit, like the best type of way you can fall. The worst way, I that was me. And then the embarrassing part was, you would think I don't care. I'm in a mask. You don't know who I am. When people say, "Oh my God, are you okay?" to a monster, that is the most embarrassing thing in the world, dude. So everyone went, oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God, someone check on him. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I'm like,
I'm okay.
Dude, my leg hurts. I get up. I'm like, I'm okay, everybody, don't worry. And I run, and I just run backstage with the most embarrassing feeling, like these people knew my name, like they knew, where I lived, and they're gonna come and send me like get well flowers and gifts, and I don't know, that's just, I think falling when you're not meant to fall is probably the most embarrassing things. But I've had other people that were like, drunk and I ended up in a bush once from a guy. Yeah, I think I told that story before. But yeah, people get aggressive, and round one start, and we both ended up in the bush. That was pretty fun.
It's all local news. ArtDracula, a slider from Knott's Scary Farm, eats shit in front of crowd. It's all Channel 9. I'm just kidding.
That's what I felt like, man. It's like I shouldn't be embarrassed, but that's what I feel like, man. It's like, dude. But yeah, it's I don't know, man. There's this one that I've never explained, and it'll be quick, but so there's a lot of people at main gate where when you come in, there's kids who are scared, and then they don't want to go in, right? Because they're at main gate, and they talk to managers are always in the front. Sorry, there's no refunds on this, blah 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 blah, right? Whatever. So there was this group of kids, and then this mom, and they're at main gate, and these kids are crying, and I'm like looking at them, and they're crying, and they're crying, and they're crying, and they're like, we need our money back, like, give me a manager, this and that. And eventually the managers said, sorry, you have to go in, there's no way we can give you your money back. And the mom was like, all right, kids, like, it's gonna be, I paid all this money. It's gonna be fine. Just go in there, you know. And she's like cursing at them, basically, like you motherfuckers made me spend all this money. Like, you better go in there. It's gonna be fine. They finally calm down, and I'm there with my buddy Blitz. Shout out to Blitz, favorite guy in the world. Dude's awesome. And I told him, hey, I'm gonna do it, man. He's like, Art, don't do it. And I'm there. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna do it, dude. Art, don't. And this family was like an inner city family, right? So you can kind of get the vibes of like they don't play, right? And she looks at me when I was near him. She's like, you better not do a goddamn thing. Don't do shit, right? So I'm like, all right. And then I go back to Blitz. I'm like, Blitz, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. And he's all like, you're fucking stupid, dude. She's gonna beat your ass. I'm like, all right, I'll just wait. So they finally, after 20 minutes, they go under the ghost town sign, and they're, you know, like spooked as hell, like if they're in a maze. They go under they go under, and then I literally ran as fast as I could and just did a spin kick to them, and just like sparks everywhere, and just started yelling. These kids scattered throughout the entire. One went to Camp, 2 went to Camp Snoopy, 3 of them went in Ghost Town, the other one went to Boardwalk. Like, the mom lost all the kids because I did that. And they didn't only run, they were crying and running, like they were legit freaking out. The mom was like, you motherfucker, what did I tell you? She had a big ass purse, and I don't know how, you know that scene in the Matrix where like Neo like dodges
when
bullets?
he leans back.
Yeah, she swings it, dude. I feel the thing hit my hair. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, this woman's like legitimately mad. I'm running, freaking booking it, dude. She's chasing me.
This woman's chasing you in the streets.
She can run. Yes, she's freaking chasing me, ready to choke me out. So I'm running through Fog Alley. I'm trying to lose her, and they're like, I'm like, I found Blitz, and I go back to him like, dude, she's not stopping chasing me. He's just laughing his ass off. He's like, dude, I told you not to do it. The only way that I lost her is I went through Fog Alley again, and I swear to you, she was chasing me for like at least 3-4 minutes, like legitimately wanting to beat my ass. Eventually, I get to the back of Wagon Camp, which is where they have the stunt show.
Yeah.
And I snuck in that door, and I was in there for probably 20 minutes, scared out of my mind.
Hiding from the guest.
Hiding from her. She would have legitimately like grabbed me. She was a bigger woman, dude. So she would have like sat on me or something, like choked. She was ready to kill me, man. But I remember that one was like, that scared the shit out of me, man. And that's probably the only time that I've honestly been scared of like repercussions from scaring someone. That's that one.
That's too funny, dude.
That's Mama Bear, bro. You don't mess with Mama Bear.
The cubs took off running.
Yeah, the cubs took off running. I don't know if you found him, but I hope so. But I was terrified, man. I was like on edge the entire night. I was like, gonna be in the corner.
I heard a story you talked about in your podcast.
I was so glad he said that. I talked about it. I'm like, oh god, what's not that again. We've never spoken of it.
So heard a story about someone, a guest, dropping a deuce inside the Shadowlands maze.
Dude,
is that true? And first off,
man.
what's the theme behind the Shadowlands maze?
What do you mean the theme?
So
Shadowlands is what is it, like some kind of Asian inspired, like
Japanese,
played Japanese, like
samurais and ninjas.
Yeah, it's like a ninja maze basically.
Yeah.
But they have a scene in the very beginning that's a forest, right? So you're going into the fort, like the ancient forest. And I'm backstage one day, and I'm just chilling, like on break, and I hear and we got someone. We need to clean up here. We just had to shut down Shadowlands. Someone took his shit in the maze.
Did they say the word shit on the?
Yeah, they said the word shit because like there's different channels for the radio. So there's like a main channel for everyone, and there's ones that of people who are like cast leads and that work specifically for Hunt. And I heard the word shit. I'm like, there's no way they said shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and then they went, what?
Shut the fuck.
They're like, someone took a shit inside of Shadowlands over.
That bad, huh?
So apparently someone went in there, dropped a deuce in the maze. Like as they're walking in there, dropped a deuce, and they had to shut down Shadowlands for like 15-20 minutes, and whoever had to clean it up, I'm so sorry. That's who does that, man. So and real quick, you would think, oh, that's a once in a lifetime. No, you know what happened the next year? Someone took a shit inside of Paranormal.
What they literally had the shit scared out of them. What is wrong with people?
So from my story on that one, they took a shit because what ended up happening is where we hung out, there was a area that we kept our stuff in, right? Like it was right behind paranormal.
Uh-huh.
We come back, that area is completely flooded. Like water came down and our stuff's all wet. We're like, what the hell? And then come to find out, I believe Aaron was actually the cast lead. He tells us, yeah, someone took his shit, so they had to like power wash the maze because someone took like a dump in there. But so people are taking dumps in mazes, man. That's ridiculous.
Can they not like make it to like an exit and like there's porta potties, there's bathrooms everywhere? What? Why are they so compelled to drop a deuce in the maze? Now, correct me if I'm wrong. In Shadowlands, they actually went into it was supposed to be like the forest part of the maze, and they went amongst like the trees or whatever, and just it popped the squat, took a shit right there.
Yep.
Imagine you're the guest, you're walking by, you're like, hey dude, that scare actor's taking this shit, but it's a guest. It's like, wow, that's so immersive. It's so lifelike.
So authentic. It smells like shit in here.
Oh my god, that fog scent smells like fucking Duke.
It smells like someone died. But yeah, man, it was on my Discord. I have a Discord that we talk haunt. You guys can DM me on Instagram or Snapchat, and I'll send you a link. I'm trying to keep it like the community like handle, so we can handle who's in there as opposed to like random trolls in there. So send me a link, we can give you an invite. But someone brought up a comment that was like he was just fertilizing like the plants and the trees and stuff. So
that's terrible.
He was trying to expand the forest, man.
Bro, look at that prop. It's taking a shit, you know.
Like, damn, it's freaking 5D experience, man.
That's fucking terrible, dude. I know like there's like scents in the maze. Imagine like, oh my god, it smells like Dookie in here. It's like,
yeah.
That's horrible. That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, they basically took a dump in there, and it wasn't very. I don't know, man. I don't know how someone can do it, man. They must have had a went. That one, at least they had trees to try to hide behind. Mm-hmm. I know the paranormal, apparently it was in the walkway that you would walk if you're in the maze. So like this person legit took their pants off and took a dump like on the walkway. He didn't hide. It wasn't in the corner of a prop. It was like on the walkway he took a dump.
Imagine there's like the cattle call, like the conga line of people, and the dude in front of you drops down to take a shit. It's like, dude, you've been in line for like 2 hours if you got general mission. You tell me you couldn't pop out of line and go take a shit and come back. It's like,
I mean, not justifying it, but yeah, if they were in there 2 hours, they probably had to go with that. I didn't think about that.
The show moment, you know, when like the beginning of Paranormal Marine goes like the ghosts pop out, whatever, and they have you go down channel A and channel B. Maybe that scared the shit out of them. Who knows? It's like,
that would have been a great place to take a dump. You know how the lights turn off?
Yeah.
Just pop it.
It's go in the corner.
Turn back on and you're pulling your pants up.
That is horrible. I've seen people drink, smoke weed, want to fight, but like someone to take a deuce, I'm dumbfounded.
2 times that I'm aware of. There probably was another time, but
it's gonna happen to you. It's gonna happen to you one more time. Hat trick. It's gonna happen to you one more time.
Be great, man.
Imagine, dude. That'd be another good, cool story. So, as your character, you know, the persona of ArtDracula, you got some pretty funny ass one-liners. It's like, and I'm gonna do a horrible impersonation of your voice.
I'm ready for this.
It's like, buy me a churro, and then make a hole. And my favorite, my buddy Jeff, I hate my life. But my personal favorite is, don't kiss me, I don't consent. What the fuck is that, dude? I was like, I don't consent.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that year or all these things, you know, it's almost like sliding as you progress, right? You use certain things and then you learn, and then like you just say it. One, it's just the right moment to say these things, but a lot of it they're not planned, to be honest with you. It's just
off the top of your head.
Just right away. that's my rebuttal or reaction to something that happened. And yeah, that's basically, I mean, yeah, I have a lot of one-liners. The buy me a churro. That's a good one.
Now, the buy me a churro. No, I'm sorry. Give me money.
That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one. Yeah.
What happened? What was the outcome of that after a while? Like, what happened with that?
So it all started because I had a one-liner that I would go around when it was like, so throughout the night, you know, you can just scare everyone's having fun. Throughout the night, people get more and more cranky, right? So they don't want to get scared, and people just get like fed up. And a lot of people, they don't change the way that they attempt to scare. So I learned, I'm like, I'm not gonna scare someone just to back off, you jerk, right? So I started learning that like a lot of these one-liners came at those times where people were already cranky, so they're not scared anymore. They're gonna get away from me. So that's when I started learning to say certain things. So for that one, it was I scare for tips, give me money, right? So I would tell people, I scare for tips, everybody give me money, right? And it created a song, and eventually people were throwing like quarters, pennies at me and things like that, right? Just to be funny. This one time, I'm at Main Gate, and I'm like, "Give me money, everybody! Come on, give me money!" Right? And people start throwing dimes and pennies, and I'm there with my buddy, and we're just kind of like, "Yeah, you know," he's playing drums, I'm singing, and kind of like a street group, just vibing. Drunk people started showing up. They started throwing dollar bills, and I'm like, "Oh shit! Like this is serious. Like we can't take money from them."
Right.
And then someone threw like a 5, a 10, a 20, like I'm talking $30 minimum that they threw on there, just making it rain. And I'm like, "Oh no, take it back. Like I don't want it. Like they're closed, right?" Like just trying to like play it off. They didn't want to take it back, but then other random guests were trying to take the money. That almost created a fight between the people who gave us the money and the people trying to take the money from us.
Some cholos from Buena Park.
So, yeah, that's more food. So, I'm like, I look to my left to see my friend. Like, what do we do? He's long gone. He's like, we got in way too fucking deep. Like, it's funny if they're throwing pennies.
Mm-hmm.
My Casterly liked it, right? Because he's seen it. And he was like, "This is fucking hilarious, man. Keep doing it," right? Like it's just funny because the crowd's died down.
Yeah.
It's a different form of entertainment, right? We don't have to scare the entire night technically. So eventually I'm like, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "All right." I found a girl and I'm like, "Can you go buy churros for all of us with this money? Like go buy churros." So we all go like as a group. She buys like 5 churros, and then that wasn't filmed on like where I got filmed on like on a really good camera. That was sent to me by a fan because she captured the moment where like I held up one of the churros like it was like some Lion King shit. And I'm like, "Community churros." So
that's how it started. The whole community.
That's how it started. That video is exactly when it started and how it started. So I yell "community churro" and I passed the churros down, and it was like a kumbaya moment, man. Like people were taking a bite, passing it down. It's like 30, 40 people got fed, man. It was great. So I had a huge crowd on that one, man.
So stupid. It's like community churro. Everybody's like cheering. I'm like, what? And I heard the story how you're like, "Dude, we got all this money. We're going to get in trouble." And you're like,
yeah.
"Go buy churros."
Yeah. So I got a girl to buy it for us. But then what that video started a clusterfuck, man. Like, so that video, people would watch it. And then what ended up happening was the annual passes for Scary Farm came out, right? So people started showing up more frequently, which create the fan base a lot more personable, right? People would come just to see you and hang out with you and things like that. That video, I'm not even exaggerating, dude. Every night of like 2016, 17, 18, at least 3 people would buy me churros and give them to me. And I'm not exaggerating. Random people would legit, "ArtDracula, I bought you a churro." So like, I probably had over 60 churros, if not more, each season that were given to me.
Would you eat majority of them, or like, "Dude, I can't eat these, dude, give them away"? What would you do?
At first, I would eat them, right? I'd be in the front because so back then we had different managements and managers and stuff like that. When I first started doing it, that manager was like cool with it. I mean, he's like, if they bought it for you, like,
hey,
it's part of your character and you're being funny in the front, whatever. I'd take them and I'd eat them. As I was taking pictures with people, I'd walk around fucking eating my churro, right? So when I started getting more and more, I just couldn't do it. I would take them backstage and just give them to people.
You're like, "Here, I can't do this, dude." You're like,
I can't eat anymore, man. I was churroed out, but like literally they would bring churros to me on a nightly basis. Like,
that's hilarious. You create by accident this buzz like associated to your character, like, "Give me money," and then people would always buy you churros and give them to you.
Dude, they legitimately, there was one night, and I have a picture of it, but I probably got anywhere from like 5 to 7 churros, and it was the last night of Haunt, I think, in 2016. Everyone that once was there to say bye, they each bought me a churro. So I walked backstage with like 7 churros, not knowing what to do with 7 of them, so I had to just give them away. But yeah, people would buy that stuff, man. I mean, it's cool. I ate them when I could, man, but I'm not trying to get diabetes like, while I'm working freaking Haunt.
It's all
fun. But thank you for those people who bought me the churros, man. That's very nice that you spend your own money.
I can't even talk.
Dude, I tried the first couple nights. Like, I'm like, I'll eat them. And then I started feeling more and more like shit because I ate them out of respect. It's like, "Dad, you spend money for me. Like, let me eat them." So I would eat them. And then I'm like, "I can't do this anymore. It's too much sugar for me." And then, I would just give that stuff away.
One of my favorite lines, we talked about it off mic. And I went down a rabbit hole recently again on your videos. And I'm just like, let me pay attention to his one-liners and the videos going back 7 years to like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And you're standing there. I think you're close to Ghost Rider, the fucking ride. And 2 dudes, and I said this off mic earlier, two like rocker looking dudes with long hair with like leather jackets walk past you, and you're like, I wish I had a leather jacket too. You know, it's just like so stupid. I was like, like you're making fun of them, but then you're making fun of yourself too. And they weren't on camera, so I was like, I wonder if they reacted to that. It's just
I just, again, like we mentioned earlier, this character, because people think like, you know, one, my personality trait and that people don't know is I'm very introverted for the most part, right? Like I don't speak to a lot of people, and I'm homebodied, right? So like, again, I think this stuff. So a lot of people think that I'm like that all the time, like in terms of like, kind of like, you know, oh, he's just a very like, hey everybody, how's it going, right? It's kind of polar opposite, to be honest with you, when it comes to that character. But
right.
At the other end, that character is literally the excuse of me of expressing what I'm thinking 24/7, right? So a lot of this stuff, it's not necessarily me portraying a character. I'm literally just changing my voice, and I'm being me on streets when it comes to what's in my mind.
What was the derivative of the voice? What, like, did it just pop up in your head, or did, like, were you watching like a cartoon or a movie and like, I'm gonna like, how did the voice come to be?
So I had and I'm sure people do this. I mean, I hope I'm not weird, but that's the voice that I use. It's a version of the voice that I use, like when I make this is embarrassing, when I make my dog have a voice. Like there's times where I'm bored and I talk for my dog.
Oh my gosh.
So it's almost that. But back then, everybody, and like I mentioned, I think when I first started, I was going against the grain, not purposely. It's just who I was as a person, as like a monster. This stuff was fun, and I didn't take it as serious as everyone else in terms of like theater. That's probably the best way to put it.
Right.
So back then, everybody was like, hey, kind of doing those voices, and
I can't even do that. Yeah.
So they're all doing that. And I decided, like, this is the voice that I feel comfortable using. Dude, I got so much shit for it, like ridiculous shit for it, because no one was talking like that. Now you go to Knott's, everyone has a high pitched voice for the most part.
All the clowns, yes.
Yeah, all the clowns, and even people in Ghost Town, they all have high pitched voice. At the time, it was more of like a secluded event that you worked, that people took it very, very serious and like really wanted to get into like, this is the monster sounds like, right? So for me, it was like, I don't want to do that voice all night. Like my throat's gonna hurt, right? So for me, the higher pitch also helps with like keeping your voice longer, I guess, but mostly came from, again, when I use my dog as like a toy for myself, and I'm just like, you don't do that.
I when I had the dog, I would talk to him a certain way, but yeah, just
no. I talk for the dog.
I love the fact that you found inspiration with this voice through your dog. You know, dogs got to get some credit. You know. So
my dog's name is Marty, but yeah, that's basically my dog. It's like a mixture of my dog and then myself. It's my dog's voice with my mind, literally.
It's your dog's
the voice that I think he would have.
Your costume. What the hell are you supposed to be? I know we talked about it. It's like, are you a dog? Are you like a mutant? So, like a burnt victim? I don't know. Like the mask, the costume. I get the costume, but like the voice throws you off, and the mask, and just like the hair, your rocker hair. I'm like, what the hell are you supposed to be?
So I'm a dog.
Okay,
that's the biggest thing. So the backstory on that is basically they had us write like a story, but basically it's the owner and then the dog. They got thrown into like a well that was in Ghost Town, and then they died and they morphed into that. So that's basically half human, half dog is basically what it is. But yeah, it's a dog. Apparently, the owner was a dude that was excellent with one-liners and had high pitched voice. You know, it's yeah, I don't know, man. It just, people always ask me, like, because they would see me back, on stage, and even in the videos you can see, like, people will rebuttal, and then I rebuttal back like instantly. And people always like, how do you do that? Like, what do you? I don't have an answer, man. It's just I don't know if it's natural to me, but it's just I don't know. I'm just quick on that. Just quick on your feet. I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, and that's one thing that I want people to understand too. And I don't want to come across like, oh, I have it and no one else does, or you don't. But really, only do stuff like that when you rebuttal, like if you really know what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
I feel like being vocal is just as important or as dangerous as knowing how to slide if you're going to slide. That's how I look at it.
True.
Because there's a lot of people who they're not as witty or as funny as they think they are, right? Or they don't know how to read the audience, that they can get themselves in a lot of trouble if they decide it may be funny to them. But if you kind of notice my videos, there's really nothing that I've said that can be offensive, and it's never really been directed to a person if you really look back on them. So I try my best not to directly insult someone that I know can potentially not take it correctly or at all even. So I don't know, it's just it's I like the one, I like the give me money one. That's a good one.
I love that, just the stupid one-liners, and then you're an amazing slider as well. So it's like the two, you brought like the interaction, the one-liners, the campiness, the fun, also the scares, and then the really cool slides. So it's like the crowd is getting a little bit of everything, and you, like you said, you're focusing on one person, but the people around them, it has an experience as well, which I totally appreciate. And this is the serious Rick now. Totally appreciate and love. It's like, dude, you're popping the crowd. You're affecting everyone around you in a positive way, and they're having an enjoyable experience, which is super cool.
Yeah, and you know, it's definitely one of those things that you learn, and a lot of people, they may not like that style, right? In terms of like, they may see it and like, that's not scary or this and that. But again, my perception from it is, you can see on my videos, I'm very loud, and it's not necessarily loud to the person that I'm scaring, because whether I yell at them or not, I'm coming at them full force with the slide. They're going to get scared. But guess what? Someone that's minding their business walking is going to hear a loud ass scream. They're going to get scared, right? So you want to scare the general location each time, because there's times where you may not scare the person you're intending to, which is on videos as well. And I'm going towards you, but then someone in the corners over here flinching and running away. So I think being loud is very, very important too. It's just, I look at it from my perspective. I don't get scared when I go to haunts, right? I go to haunts, I go to horror nights, I go Six Flags. I've done it long enough to where I know how to read these monsters and what they're going to do, and it just doesn't scare me. But knowing that I don't get scared makes me try to create different ways to actually scare someone, right? So even a flinch for me, whether you scream or not, if you flinch, I scared you. So guess what I did with that? I started reaching low, and these guys that never get scared, and I'm reaching low, they're going to flinch.
I'm one of them.
I guarantee you their hearts are beating super fucking fast, whether or not they screamed or not.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Like, if you reach for my nether region, my groin, I jump. Trust me.
I like to say that I reached for the ground. That's the best way.
Okay, for the ground. Okay.
But it's little things like that, or kicking your foot out to them, or misguiding them, right? There's times where I purposely made it super, super obvious that I'm trying to scare this specific person, right? So I'm like looking and I'm following them, and people are like, you can hear them. Oh, look, he's gonna scare her. He's gonna scare her. I'm purposely doing it to get their guard off. So what I end up doing is I go around that person, and I come back and I scare the people that are waiting for me to scare that person who they thought I was gonna scare.
You totally catch them off guard. Yeah.
And you catch them off guard. So it's little things that you learn, and it's almost like it's a formula. It really is. Like, as you're out there, it becomes, after like the first, second hour, it becomes a job, right? It really does. As much fun as it is, you're there longer because it is a job. There's nights I could leave at 10 p.m. I would have been out of there.
You're like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. But it is a job, so you do learn those little knickknacks and things like that. And it's important to know what works for you, and don't feel ashamed if there's not a lot that works for you. If you're trying to be like this, someone that's vocal, and then a great slider, and then someone that can crawl really good, but you're not like really good at one of those things, you should probably pick one to be really good at. Even though you may get judged and you're a one-trick pony and this and that, and I never understood that. I think it's stupid. If you do one thing that actually works, and 95% of the time it works, you're not scaring the same guest every time. So yeah, me as your what is it called? Like as another cast member, there's gonna be cast members who are like, oh, that's all he does. Well, yeah, because you're there all day, but he's scaring different people throughout the night. And there's different people every night. So who cares if this one same trick works? He's scaring different people. Why do you care? So find what works, and don't feel ashamed that they're going to be like, oh, you're a one trick pony. All you can do is slide. All you can do is this. And yeah, just do you. That's the best thing I can tell people.
I took that advice from you directly, indirectly about a year ago, and I feel like I'm a little one-dimensional, but I know what works for me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not a slider. I'm not gonna do a crab crawl, and I like to be vocal. I like to storytell. Lots of times I've sold my scare or my presentation like with a smile or a gaze, like last year, and I knew it was you right away. I was like, dude, this mother.
Oh, when
when you came to 1870, and what's funny because I think I came out the door, and I was like talking to some friends from Dark Harbor, and then I saw you with your mask and your camera, and that's why I was like interacting with you. In midway, I was like, that's ArtDracula, and I was like, you're filming me, Mo. Wait a minute, and that's when I smiled. I'm like, let me show my cool prosthetics that I spent a lot of money on and my contacts, which I got from vanfangs.com, sponsor of the podcast. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I was like, I know who you are. Now, and I remember we interacted, and I love that video, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm so stiff. Like I'm moving like Frankenstein. I love it and hate it. And that's when I was like interacting with you, and I was like, hey, you know, do you know how to work on electrical or whatever I said? And like we had this stupid cracker box gag, and I was like, God, I'm so stiff. I look horrible. It's like, but like I know my role. Man. It's like, hey, I'm a big dude. I'm gonna talk to people. I'm gonna sell the scare with like, you know, gazes or like certain smiles or like long pauses or like, you know, over the top boisterous laughs. But it's just funny because I'm like, that's art. I recognize that hair. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. So we've unofficially met then, and then became acquaintances on, you know, through social media and so forth. But yeah, I know my role. It's like, yeah, I'm a storyteller.
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you know that it works for you, there's absolutely nothing wrong with knowing that, one, you're having fun doing it. Yeah. Two, it's working for the guest experience. Exactly. So a lot of people don't think about it. They're like, oh, you do this and who cares? You're not paying. Shut up. Like, let these people have fun, right? And that's the biggest thing that I want to take is, you know, with the community, haunt community, it's gotten better, right? It's gotten better in terms of people being more open, in terms of people being more accepting. It's gotten better. Just here's a comment that I got in my video, and kind of just wanted to bring it up for people to kind of, you know, understand. Someone said, oh, I'm working this area in you know, in Scary Farm, and people are telling me you have big shoes to fill, right? Almost keep putting like this pressure on her, right? It's like, and I told her like, dude, go do you, like, don't listen to that shit. Exactly. So the biggest thing I want to take is just, I don't want to say worry for yourself, because people do need help at times, and you know, you can help them, but do it in a way that you're helping them and you're not trying to be over them, if that makes sense, in terms of like the help that you're trying to receive. But if something works, it works, right? Because I'm sure, dude, when I started my videos, I got so much shit from it, dude. Like, people don't understand. So back then it was a different time, right? I started the videos, and the reason I did the videos was because I was a fanatic of haunt. And guess what happened when I went on YouTube and I searched Scary Farm? I seen dark videos of people just yelling, and I couldn't get my fix of scares. Everything was a maze. So I'm like, let me upload myself scaring. When I got recorded, it was by accident. I had a buddy there who was there and just happened to follow me. It wasn't planned. It wasn't like, hey, come record me. I want to do YouTube videos. He came, he recorded me, got the footage. And I'm like, let me just upload it. Not a big deal, right? Whatever. Not a big deal at all. And back then it was a big deal. The people did not like that. It got to the point, dude, where I don't know if I told this story, but it was so pathetic and it was like so uncalled for. I'm chilling. I upload my first video, right? And I think that first video got like 8,000 views like over the weekend, right? So it spread around haunt that they got 8,000 views. And I'm walking, and like this girl that I worked with came up and like, hey, I seen your video. They're fucking stupid. You suck. Legitimately just told me that.
Oh, thank you. You fucking
and yeah. And I'm like, okay. Like, he's like, okay. And then never spoke to her again. But I'm like, you took all that energy to like talk shit. And I'm literally just posting this video for people. I posted stuff as a fan, like legitimately as a fan. You can believe me. You cannot believe me. It's just, there was nothing there to watch at the time. And we're talking 2010. There's really nothing to watch that was for streets. Everything was focused on mazes, right? So yeah, people took it the wrong way. It got me on the wrong side of things. People were thinking, oh, you want to do these videos for you and this and that. And as we've developed, there's people who are now recording themselves purposely for the sole purpose of getting out there, right? They're doing Instagrams for their characters and things like that. So moral of the story is, if you're doing something, obviously be self-aware, right? Because if you're doing something bad and people are saying it's bad, don't take this advice and be like, well, Art said keep doing it. Don't do that. Like, be self-aware. But if there's something that is working for you and you know that it's positive and there's people going against that narrative,
stick with it.
Don't listen to that shit.
Exactly.
Right? Because otherwise, what would have happened if there's tons of people that probably would have gotten hated for having videos and consistently getting shit year after year. Like, legitimately getting shit at the event that I'm uploading videos of myself scaring. Like, it went around and it wasn't the best news for me to have to deal with. There's just a lot of negative emotions, things like that. Is if you listen to that, I wouldn't have had videos. I wouldn't have had these ghost town videos. It wouldn't have spread out to where people now they are looking for these specific videos now, right? So it's kind of, don't get discouraged by that one trick pony thing. Obviously, always try to get better, but yeah, that's one of the main things for me is be self-aware. And if a lot of people are telling you something and you can justify it, just don't listen to them. Just move on. It's I don't know what other way to put it. It's a therapy session again. I'm hurt me so much, Rick. I was trying to have fun.
Sorry, dude. Sorry, I didn't mean to strike a nerve.
All of them talk shit about me. All I want to do is be liked. It got really bad, man. It got really bad to the point where I had to deal with a lot of shit with management back then. And this happened every year. Every year I'd come back, right? I'd get rehired, and we would get like a new cast lead or new leads, right? Like people that were in the event. Back then, it was like a more tight-knit community when it came to Haunt. So from the get-go, from the very start, my cast leads despised me. They hated me.
Really?
Never knew me, never talked to me at all, never spoke to me, hated me. Every year, as they realized, like, dude, like, one, this dude keeps to himself. Two, doesn't create drama. Three, he's cool. We talk and he's respectful. I've been told, hey, Art, I'll be honest with you. Everyone warned me against you, and they were saying that you were like a douchebag and that like you were an asshole and this and that. Like, I don't know why I listened to them. So I'm sorry if I treated you a certain way at the beginning of Haunt. So that happened all the way upwards to like 2011 to like 2016, 17. Damn. I had to deal with like people legitimately hating me because of my videos and what people said about me that I've never spoken to in my life.
I'm sorry. People just sour and then they listen to one side of the story. I'm sorry.
No, and I didn't care, right? But the good part of it that I took from it is they would legitimately like apologize to me. I've gotten it to the point where, dude, if you only knew the stories, and that's a whole different story, but like it's gotten to the point where like it was bad because of word of mouth, right?
Yeah.
And I don't get the downfall of trying to shame people for doing something positive, right? I don't get it. But it comes down to, like I said, do what makes you happy and having fun. That's the biggest part of it. Like that whole, you have big shoes to fill. Who gives a shit? I'm me. I'm not you.
I'm gonna do me. I agree 100%. And I took that advice that you said indirectly to me, through YouTube and through a chat and Instagram. But I agree, and I took that advice last year, my first year, and it's just look at someone who's been doing this forever, and you just did your thing.
And that's what I'm trying to push with being more active, like doing this podcast, for example, right? Like I've been asked before, and I've just never done it. And again, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for
great.
coming on.
But yeah, it's I'm trying to push the narrative, one that I almost feel so uploading videos and having like it's almost like a people get joy from it, right? It becomes almost a purpose to upload videos, right? It's dude, I can make someone's day. Someone can get excited. I can make people laugh. Like, that's a cool feeling to be able to have a hold on, right? So it makes me want to upload more. But I'm not just going to upload for that. I want to send a message and narrative out, like the stuff that I dealt with right back then. If it's still around, which I don't think it is for the most part, but some areas we spoke before, and it seems like it kind of is still a problem, even though it's not a huge problem. Stick up for yourself, right? In that sense, don't dwindle down to fit in. Is what I'm trying to say. Like, do what makes you happy, have fun doing it. Again, be self-aware though, because like always be self-aware, because you don't want to use that as an excuse for being a shitty person, right? Always
Art told me to be an asshole. You know, like watch his videos. It's enlightenment. You know.
Yeah. So that's the narrative that I'm trying to push. It's just like, you know, if you know, you have to just do what makes you happy. That's the best thing that I can tell people. Because if I had listened to other people back then, and it was, I said this before, it was a cult, man. Like, it was bad back then. Like, majority, if not all of them, they're all gone now. But like, if you knew the things that went down back then in terms of how to fit in or how to be accepted in this group and things like that, I went against the grain, man. I wasn't falling for any of that shit. So if you're comfortable with it, then, you know, do you, but don't feel obligated to try to fit in.
Shit, if I would have been there back then. Shit, that's.
No, and you heard that story I told you, man, and that was just, it was just normal. It was normal back then.
Oh, dude.
So it's just, I don't know, man. It's a shame, but the biggest thing is just being self-aware, and that comes with anything. That comes with sliding, for example.
Yeah.
There's people out there that get certified or that slide. Don't slide. Like, that's the self-aware part. There's some people that cannot safely do it, and yeah, it's fun, but you may not want to slide at an event. So rethink your abilities on wanting to do that. But I mean, if you're okay looking like not getting success rates and you're being safe about it, then do you. But there's a lot of people that passed even the Knott's test that I wouldn't pass at all. It's just, if you've seen the stuff that I've seen, it's like whole bumping into people, man. It's like, oh yeah, you shouldn't be sliding anymore, man. Does not do it.
If I would have been there back in the day with you, with the stories you told me, it's like, shit. If we were cool and we were tight,
yeah,
I was like, well, you're messing with him, you got to mess with me as well. It's like,
you know, and I'm glad, like, with obviously what was talked down upon was like, and I'll give you an example, like my YouTube channel, right? And it's almost like, oh, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Just remember this. Everyone that talked shit and gave me shit for it, go on Instagram. They probably have self-promoting things for their character now. So it hurts sometimes to be first of doing something, but then what it creates all these other cool channels of these haunt fans, right? Like, for example, Jonathan Espino. He met me because of my videos. We met backstage, and he's like, you know, at the time he was like, dude, I love your videos, this and that, and it made him want to create videos, right? Then you have other people, for example, during my era, we had Not Scary Farm Ruler, we had Oregon Stuck Rocks 1, and they did Not Scary Farm updates back in the day. They were the first ones to do it, and the same thing with them. They got hated for it too, right? They were getting shit for it because they were almost, the gatekeepers did not like this event growing outside of the normal realm of who should be allowed in it,
right?
And we're all really good friends now, right? All of us are very good friends now because we were not scared of going against the grain. Do something positive and move on from that, right? So that's, I don't know, I hope people get a good understanding of this, and you may not get it as I'm speaking it until you experience it, until that day comes where you're like, okay, that's what I was talking about. Let me, you know.
You're amongst the few that have told me and gave me that advice. And,
yeah.
I could say it was you and some other people as well, some vets from different parks and Knotts as well. They're just like, do you, don't worry about the cliques, the you know, the groups, what people got to say. Do you, as long as you do you, and you're doing your job every night and you're respectful and you just have fun with it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and that's really all that matters. And again, you do meet great people, you create families, but at the end of the day, you're there for you.
Yeah.
If you're having a miserable time, you're not going to go back. Like, right? So if you're having fun, you're ultimately there for you. It may sound selfish to say, but you're there for you, and just kind of biggest thing, be very self-aware and just kind of go from that. But the self-awareness for me is the biggest thing. Is one, stay humble. A lot of people, they what ends up happening is that they get this this instant fame for 6 weeks, 8 weeks of the year, because people come to the event and they feel like, oh, they're here for me, right? Don't be that guy, right? And what ends up happening is these people become very cocky, and that's when the bad things that they say verbally come out, right? They get more and more confident, and they become more and more of an asshole. So I think there's a difference when you're verbally when you're a verbal monster, to, you know, keep it within the lines. Don't, you know, I don't want to pay money and and be called like an asshole or like a jerk or like, you know what I mean? Like make it witty, make it funny, or just stay
I paid for this.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like people are like, oh, you shit face, or they would say things like that in Carnival, and it's like, dude, these people, one, you're quiet as you can be outside of character, right? Like you're not the most confident person. Don't use this confidence as an excuse to be an asshole.
To hide behind it, yeah. Shit.
So
I was walking through fucking boardwalk, going, "What'd you say, motherfucker?" And throw them in the fire.
Yeah. So it's like you have people like that the entire year they're very, they're not very vocal, and they use that as an excuse, which is a great way to do it. But don't become an asshole. That's a lot of people end up becoming assholes, and they think that it's funny and it's cool to disrespect someone that spent money to go there. That's my biggest thing.
This has been The Art of Scare by ArtDracula.
like I said, it's give and take, man. But
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, and the best way that, like I can put it, honestly, it's just, again, I'll say it a million times, is just be very self-aware. That's the biggest thing, is stop and really think what you're doing, and that comes with your ability to. A lot of people, you may be having fun doing something, but if you suck at it, let's see what we can do to make it better. Let's just try. So know your limits. That's the other thing too. Your, not limits, but potential. If you can get better at something, don't get stuck at what you're doing, just doing it. Mm-hmm. That's the other thing, but that's a whole different other story, man.
So I'm going to put links in the description of the podcast where they can find your YouTube channel, your Instagram. I'm assuming you have a Facebook as well.
Yeah, I think it's facebook.com/ArtDraculaRocks.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So
you can put that on there. I have a Discord too if you guys want to check that out. But basically this year, what I'm going to end up doing is doing videos for more. I know you asked a lot of like sliding questions and things like that. So a lot of like the gear and stuff like that, I'm doing videos for that. Cool. I want to expand my channel to be more I don't want to say expose. That's like the wrong word. To showcase, to expose these other events.
Expose the bullshit of fucking behind the veil.
Maybe that is a great channel way to steer my channel. But no, I'm looking to go to Fright Fest, go to Horror Nights, go to your events, and record and showcase other people and what they're doing. Right. I think it'd be really cool to, like, one, you're working hard. You should be able to showcase it, right? A lot of people, they work, they never see them so scared. I want people to be excited to spread it just from my videos. I really want to show other people and their ability to scare and things like that. So I know it's starting in September, so that's when I'm going to be more inclined to post more. But throughout this time now, I'm doing basically just like other podcasts just like this. Cool. On Instagram too, YouTube. ArtDracula, ART. Whatever Dracula is.
So
spell check.
So what else does Art have planned this year for spooky season?
I'm not working, so that's one. People keep asking me because they're getting confused, but yeah, I'm not working. I see myself having one more year doing something in terms of scaring. Maybe next year, maybe the year after, but I think this year I'm just gonna be a fan. I'm gonna try to go to Horror Nights in Orlando. I'm gonna go to Horror Nights here, Six Flags, just the normal stuff that you do down here. Go up north and just kind of try to spread the events that I normally cover. So I'm trying to get out of this element of just Southern California, trying to expand it. And yeah, it's I should stay busy trying to visit other events, assuming that they don't get like shut down or something.
Yeah, hopefully
who knows. Yeah, it's not looking very good right now, but I mean, who knows? But yeah, that's basically my plan. But I think I'll be back. I don't know if it's gonna be Knott's, but I see myself working one more year somewhere. And then I'd be completely done probably.
So I'm gonna be working something next month. I'm gonna invite you to come out in August, nice. And then potentially 2 places. I'm gonna work haunt season. I'm gonna invite you to come out as well, so you can see the action being super stiff and one-dimensional.
Damn, bro, no, be self-aware. You fucking suck.
I know, dude. Hey, I'm like, damn, you're fucking horrible, man.
Rick, self-awareness, man. What did we talk about?
I know, exactly. I felt the course. Jesus.
So yeah, definitely let me know, man. I'm more than up to check these places out, and it's always cool too. I know, like, where was it? I was in Horror Nights, and it was the craziest thing. But I'm just chilling, and like 4 street monsters, like, ArtDracula. I'm like, what the fuck, in Florida? God damn,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I do know there's times where I get messages. I look mad all the time. So like, I just look mad. I can't explain it. But I get messages saying, hey, I seen you at Midsummer, or I seen you at Six Flags, and I was, you looked mad, so I didn't want to, go up and say hi. And they would send them after the fact. So if you do see me around this haunt season, just say hi. I'm not a jerk. I'm nice, I think.
You're all, I'm nice. That sounded very confident.
I think I'm nice. I'm not nice. Too sure. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's just I'm excited with all the sliding videos that I'm seeing. So many kids are getting into it. So that's really, really cool to see. I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes, because I see people really doing it and being really good at it. So these kids are just starting freaking young, man. It's crazy.
So my little cousin Adam, he's one of he just adores you, and his nickname is Chips, his haunt name. So I think he's in your Discord chat. I don't know, but
yeah, he is. Yeah.
So they call him Chips from now on. So yeah,
I will. I'm gonna change his name on there to Chips.
The Chips. He'd be like, oh my god, he calls me Chips. Yeah, he digs you. So I normally. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna mention. Yeah, it's he mentioned that he slides, right?
He did. He's not he's a kid. He's like a baby to me. But yeah, he does. He got hurt a couple of times, but he was the unofficial like ghost mascot for 1870 Haunt Manor last year. They made him a paper boy. He looked like a little person. Like, he was creepy, and he kept coming up to me and trying to scare me. And I'm like, get out of here! You look creepy, dude. But yeah, he slides a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him. I met him last year or 2 years ago. Last year,
yeah. He was like the customer relations greeter.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, cool dude, man. And that event itself, quick shout out to it. It's a bummer it's not coming back, because it was a very, very nice display, dude. It was really cool.
Oh, we had some big plans. It's just, things happen.
Yeah.
1870 has came to an end, but I think the characters will live on. So eventually, I would like to resurface my Gravedigger character, and Jeff, his we called him Mr. Bigelow. He was like the Axe Man. It just I think they'll resurface again eventually, especially my character. I love it.
Yeah, and if they do, man, that's probably the year I return to scare. I mean, I've done, I think since I quit or stopped scaring in 2018, 2019 I scared once at Fields of Screams in Lake Elsinore. Yeah, which was you would think that like I don't know, it was fun. Like, I didn't like so I almost ate shit there sliding, because their floor is like Costco floor, and my shoes don't have any grip, so I didn't slide as much as I wanted to that night. But yeah, I have like the eagerness to, like, I know it's almost like riding a bike. So I know, like, if I say, for example, I got invited to, like, I don't know, it's like Dark Harbor or something, like, I think I can jump into it fairly quickly again. Because sliding is really, once you get the technique down, I think it's a matter of just being able to physically do it, because you kind of know how to read the crowds. You don't lose any of that stuff. So maybe one day I'm down to probably slide it at an event and bring out some spin kicks again.
That'd be cool. Fun. I'd be there. I'd like to see that again.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it too. To hopefully I know how.
You're like,
oh god, I'm old. My back hurts.
You're like, I'm out of shape.
I can't do this.
This is bullshit. You're like, damn, he stepped up his one-liners.
I like to think, honestly, a lot of people retire because of age, right? They get older. I don't think I've reached my peak yet.
Okay.
To be honest with you. Physically as well. Like, even at the gym and just being in shape, way better shape than I was in Carnival for sure. Mm-hmm. And then even in Ghost Town.
Oh, wow.
So I know when I left, I would have been a whole lot better. And I had so many things planned that I'm able to do and just kind of like take it a different direction. That I think even next year, if I work it, I think I'll definitely be a lot better than I was before in terms of like ability wise. Again, physically, I think I'm in peak shape way more than before.
Well, you know your body then better than everybody else, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have a messed up ankle because of sliding, but that's dude. There's people that have like there's this one dude, I think his name is he's a legend there, Jeff Starr, that was in Ghost Town. Have him on Facebook, but basically he slid for like 20 something years. And he posted a MRI or an X-ray of his spine. It's like it's like curved because of all the sliding he did.
Damn.
So definitely be careful with that shit.
Be aware of your body. Yeah.
Be aware of your body, and again, it's self-awareness and be aware of your limits. The biggest thing I can tell people again is the quicker you are at sliding in terms of the speed, the less friction and impact you're going to get within the sliding part of it. So it's just, everyone's different, but that's just my take on it. And I think for sliding for 10 years, I think I did pretty well. Only having like a minor ankle injury.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So I normally end, we're at that point. I normally end every episode with a fantasy question. And you, sir, you're going to have 2.
All right.
So the scenario is the time portal opens up at your home as we're talking. And you're given an opportunity to go back to any year that you worked on. What year or season would it be and why?
Oh, man. 2 already came up to my head like quick.
Okay.
So it's between 2. Man, that's a tough one, man. Can I pick 2?
Yeah, it's your fantasy. You can do whatever you want.
2013 and then 2016.
Okay.
I want to say the edge is on 2013.
Okay.
The edge is definitely there, and that's when I met all of my friends that I'm still friends with now. Mm-hmm. And it was just a great core friend group, amazing. I think 2013 had the best talent Ghost Town has had as a generally in a very long time. I think everyone that was there in 2013 deserved to be there, and everyone was great that year. So I would definitely say 2013 in Ghost Town, but 2016, the embrace that I got from like the fans as people grew and came to visit, that's like unreplaceable. I think like just meeting all these people and 2016 was definitely it as well. So I would say both of those. But in terms of me being good, I think I was. Yeah, that 2016 I would say would probably be my choice. 13 to 16. I think I was the best in 18 though. 2018, I think that was my best year that I've. And unfortunately, I think we only recorded one night, and I've never released those videos. But yeah, it's that's definitely my my go-to year. But
I was hoping
the feels, bro.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to make it you.
Those were the days, man. But simpler times, 2013, man. Those were the freaking days, dude. Like hands down, I would go back to that day in an instant, literally in an instant.
I was hoping it'd be the year you told me that side story off mic when you were working over at Camp Snoopy.
Oh hell no, dude. That was miserable.
No, the story you told me about with we can't talk about it.
Which one? The car? On the car?
With the 2 guests that came up to you?
Oh, dude. No, that's probably one of my favorite memories.
Okay, well there you go. I was like, damn, I want to work the streets over there.
that only lasted about 20 seconds, but yeah, that was that. Oh, actually, that should have been my craziest thing that happened story. Oh, we did mention it. We just couldn't say it. Okay,
we couldn't say it on mic, so yeah, that's gonna go in the vault. You know,
those were that was a great time, man.
I don't blame you. So
I'm actually like I'm in my mind. I'm picturing. I can see that moment in my mind.
That's crazy, man. So how was your night? Well, shit, I'm about to tell you. You know.
Well, let me tell you. First of all, you wouldn't believe what happened.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
But yeah, 2013. Like
okay.
I look back right now and like my like the nostalgia is just fucking hitting me so bad right now, man. Like the people were amazing, everything was great, but yeah, 13, 16, it's hard, man. Because I know one of like 16, the missing piece came, which is one of my buddies named Wyatt, who was a huge fan, and he joined Ghost Town that year. So, and even Johnny joined that year as well. So those 2 add to it, which makes it go up there. But in terms of being a dumbass and like getting away with shit, it was 13 for damn sure, man. We can't speak of those moments.
You can't speak of those moments. That's going to be the director's cut, the bonus footage. There we go.
That's on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah. You got to pay $13 a month to hear that shit. So your second question.
Sure.
You've worked your way up to casting or talent management at Scary Farm.
Mm-hmm.
You're sitting there observing the auditions and casting people based on what you see and hear. I'm the next person about to audition. Where do you place me and why? Streets? A maze? Also, what type of character would you cast me as?
I placed you as security guard for main gate.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Honestly, I would put you in Ghost Town.
Okay.
Yeah, I would put you in Ghost Town. And I don't know, something to do with like I like your Gravedigger thing, man.
Thanks,
like,
man.
I honestly think that would fit amazing there in Ghost Town. I would honestly put you in Ghost Town in regards to just some people have the physical looks just to be intimidating and scary, right? To where your character, and I'm sure you're well capable of doing great things and knowing how to scare, but just your physical appearance and just being very creepy adds to the ambience for me, right? So even if your audition sucked, hey, we can work on that. We can work on you being a better monster. You can't work on someone growing to 6'4" and you know, and intimidating people. So I think I would place you as that. And then obviously, if you're having issues scaring or things like that, then you know we can work on that. But definitely Ghost Town 1000%. I would put you there.
Okay.
And it's hard with auditions, man. Auditions are very one-dimensional, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's people who pass auditions, dude. I don't know how the hell they're in Ghost Town or any. I can't for the life of me understand how some people can make it to streets.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because they had probably a decent or good audition, which is good. For me, if I'm interviewing people, I would rather make the decision based on me speaking to them in person. Because what you're gonna see that's gonna end up happening is when you look someone directly in the eye and you ask them questions, if they're timid, guess what? They're probably not going to be very aggressive on streets. So that's a clear indication of, hey, this person's probably not the best for streets. So I think it's more important to speak to them first and base it off of their reaction and their interaction with you. At that point, all right, I get good vibes from this. All right, audition, go ahead. And at that point, if they're mediocre, I'd rather take someone that's mediocre that spoke to me, looking at me in the eyes. I know they have confidence there, and we can work on that mediocre audition.
Okay.
Now, if someone, hey, you know, what's your name, this and that, and they're looking down and they're not looking at me, and you can tell they're a little bit anxious and things like that, but they have a good audition, I'd second guess that person a bit more than the person with the lesser audition, but that has more people skills, if that makes sense. That's just my view of viewing it. It's because you can be good for 20 seconds. You can't tell shit from someone screaming for 20 seconds at all.
Yeah.
Basically just filling it in. And guess what happens is you hire them, they suck. You just don't hire them next year, but they're there for that year. So I would rather do like a little bit more of an interview with them as opposed to basing it off of an audition.
So obviously you said streets. What kind of character would you cast me as?
I like the Gravedigger thing, like what you were doing. Like,
not gonna lie, you're the third person that said that. Like,
yeah, I can picture you right now just walking down with a damn shovel and like muddy overalls or some shit. I don't know what you would wear, but yeah, I can picture you doing that. And again, you're one of those people that you'll just look fucking scary. And I'll say this a million times, like if Ghost Town was filled with just ArtDraculas everywhere, that would be miserable. That would not be a great place to visit. Right, it's to each their own, and I think being able to be more diverse, to where I'm okay with people not being great monsters if they look the part, because you can work on that. You can definitely work on it. But there's people who don't look the part and aren't great monsters that like you're like, all right, you shouldn't be here. But I'd cast you right away. I wouldn't even ask you to audition, to be honest with you.
Thanks, man. That's funny. I've had 3 people tell me that. I'm like, the same costume? Yeah, like, well, I would be shirtless and free ball. Like, I'd have no chonas under those overalls. Just be naked. Just naked with like boots and like the shovel and the lantern, you know?
Yeah, I mean, whatever works, man. I mean,
that's kind of scary.
The aerodynamics, the breeze you're going to get from it,
yeah.
I'm sure you'll be. I think you'll do great on Ghost Town. Ghost Town's very, I don't want to say it's an easy place to scare, but it's probably the easiest place to scare.
Okay.
In the theme park, you'll learn very, very fast, and helps that there's fog to hide behind and stuff like that. But yeah, it's like we spoke before. I think you should definitely, when you're ready, work it, and I think you should go for Ghost Town because out of everywhere that I've been, that's definitely nothing tops it. And I've been in Carnival, and then the Gauntlet, and then Ghost Town, and technically Fiesta, because the Gauntlet used to allow you to go to Fiesta. So yeah, I think you should go for Ghost Town, man.
I'm gonna pop out of the fog and be like, I'm a gravedigger, you know, just
or just take my one-liners the entire night.
They're like, what? That sounds familiar.
You're just walking all scary like the Undertaker, like, can you buy me a churro?
It's all good.
Fuck, this guy just said that.
And I'm gonna change it up like to something else. Buy me funnel cake. Just something different. You coined churros, so yeah.
I want to mention this really quick.
Yeah.
There used to be a loop in Ghost Town that the loop would restart like every 30 minutes, and then the lights would shut off to restart as well, and it'd be dead quiet for like 3 seconds to restart the entire cycle again. There was this thing that we started that I started, and then everyone started doing it. But as that happened and the lights would shut off, I'd yell like, "Hey baby," like, like really like as a human as can be, right?
Why?
And then just because when the lights turned on, it would only be me or a few monsters there, and the guests would turn around and be like, "Who the fuck just said, hey baby?" They turn around, and it's just us acting like we're looking like, who said that, when it was us.
With your hands up looking around.
I was like, what? Yeah, it was the funniest thing ever, because it would happen randomly and we would be there. We're like, hey.
So stupid, dude. That's so stupid.
The last year that I was there, me and a few people, I think it was Johnny, it would be our friend Cam, and then some other dude named Reggie. We'd walk around and we'd go up to people and be like, hey, where you from?
What? As a monster?
That's a monster.
Stupid.
Well, where you from? And then we'd be like, all right, we're gonna come back and we're gonna come back in 2 minutes. I don't want to see you here. You're gonna find trouble, right? So like we'd go around like we were like a gang, like like this was. We're like, this is our hood. Like,
stupid. So
those
dumb,
were great
dude.
times, dude. Dude, so much stuff. Like if you think those videos that are there now are good, like if I only recorded or released the stuff from 2018, man, that stuff is like so above it, man. It was the funniest shit.
That's ridiculous, dude. That's just
and again, it buys time, right? And you don't do that the first hour or the second hour of the night. You do it when people are not having fun anymore. So that's the other thing, is you can't be exactly the same the full 8 hours.
Yeah.
People turn, it comes 11 p.m., 10 p.m. People are not happy anymore at all.
Yeah.
They turn, now what do? Not scare them because you don't want to get shit talked? No, but make it a happier experience for them, right? Just go up and be like, where you from, homie?
And they're like, what the hell? That dude just went.
No, the funny part about that one is that everyone else had a deep voice, but I would claim our set, or I would tell them, this is our area in the ArtDracula voice.
Yeah. Where are you from?
So that's what made it funny, is I stayed in character during those times.
That's so dumb, dude. That's so
those
stupid.
are great times, man. And you're getting me, like, again, the nostalgia. I'm like looking back and it's crazy, man. The more that I talk about it, even on my own podcast, I leave so much out. It's just 10 years is a long time to be doing this shit.
That's a lot to
and
remember.
it's just you leave a lot out, man. One night is almost like a dream fest, man. Like, it's just, you don't know if that was a week ago or if it was a month ago, but like you look back and like, oh, that all happened tonight. Like, so it's crazy, man. So I'm all for you working Knotts just to experience it, because I think you'll have a great time. And that's with anybody considering working it. Have a great time and you'll have a blast, man. I love the memories for the most part that I had there. For
the most part. I'll eventually man up and maybe next year I'll audition.
Do it, dude. I'll go film you and we'll have a Grave Dracula channel.
Grave Dracula.
Yeah.
Give me funnel cake. Something stupid.
Give me dirt.
Give me dirt. It's so stupid.
I need dirt and lumber.
So stupid, dude. Oh my god. Anything you want to plug, Art?
No, just basically on Instagram. I do know I get a lot of messages during this time, September and stuff like that. I will mention, like I said before, I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and be more directly involved with people in terms of, you have questions and stuff like that. I'm a very to myself person before, so I think this podcast has helped launch that, right? I'm trying to be a lot more direct with people. So feel free to message me if you have any questions when it comes to like the sliding gear that we spoke upon, or any questions, or maybe if you're working an event that you'd want me to attend and filmed. I'm down for that too, because I have places that I want to go to. So if you have any event that you're working, more than down to go film it. And yeah, just Instagram, ArtDracula, same with Snapchat, and then obviously youtube.com/ArtDracula. And I'm reworking that YouTube, so a lot of the videos I'm deleting a lot, so it's more so people can find videos easier. So some of the stuff may be deleted, but we'll figure that one out.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll definitely.
That's basically it, man. It's just it's been great.
All right, thanks, man.
Talking on this, man. Now I have this hype of like, oh, this fucking nostalgia. Oh yeah, September's coming and I'm not working. God damn it! So it's like pissed me off, man.
Well, I just want to thank you again for coming on and being an amazing guest. I'll put
not a problem, man.
I'll put the links in the description of the podcast. Thank you again, vampfangs.com, for being the official sponsorship of the Creepcast. Thank everyone for sponsoring the podcast. I think that's a wrap. ArtDracula episode 21. Thanks, Art.
Not a problem, man. The legal one. I made a good one.
All right, guys. We'll see you around.
The Creepcast, hosted by Rick Creeper 11. You've once again barely escaped the clutches of the Creepcast with Rick Creeper. Next time, you may not be so lucky. To find out more about the Creepcast and Rick Creeper, follow Rick on Instagram at RickCreeper11. Until next time, be sure to keep that lantern light burning. You never know what could be lurking out there in the dark.